Live. I guess we're going live.
Hello. We didn't even get to hear the end of the
I
song.
know. It's cuz it's still set up for the last live when we had two people on different cameras. So it's doing wonky stuff. Anyway, here we are.
In the chat,
Yeah, I'll get there. I'll get there.
so we can
I'm
see
sure.
who's here.
Yes, yes. Restream. I see this. I thought I saw a message from Annie a moment
I
ago,
did
but I think that was
on a video.
on WhatsApp. Luke, Luke.
59.
Oh,
Luke Keekley.
oh, I see.
Well, I only wore this because we have a winning record this late in the season, which for us
Mhm.
has been an eternity. 11 games and we're winning. I think this is the first time since we lived in Indian Trail that the Steelers and the Panthers both have winning records this late in the season. So
Okay, we're a little bright
I can adjust that.
and blue
And blue.
and blue.
Okay.
Anyway, oh, that's a little better.
Okay.
It's adjusting. I noticed I got the new camera up and it's adjusting. Oh, that looks much better. Yeah.
We got new lights, folks. Hopefully the reds will all be gone now. Cross our fingers.
Yeah, we think the LED lights that we were using before, um, that's good, but it's bright.
I know. I gotta adjust
There we go.
color first, and
We're doing good.
then the
All
heat,
right.
then the temperature.
All right. So, woo! Oh, sun flare. Sun flare.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'll get there.
I'm on fire. Okay.
There we go.
Congrats on a Panthers win. Is it a miracle that that happened? I haven't been paying any attention.
Hey, any win that we get is a miracle. So,
Mm-hmm.
and it'd be I know, a game out of first place. Dare I say that?
Lambden. Paid my rent. I liked and I am subscriber. Well, we thank you for that. And hello, Corgi. I hope this thing is showing us real names right now. I'm trying
That's
to remember.
Jessie.
That's Jessie. That's right.
Because she has the corgi that she likes to take down.
Something's going on with YouTube and name displays. Hi, Sammy. Sammy. Oh, and we got the best is on board tonight. Hello. Oh, just Lisa? Okay. And Cindy. Hi, Cindy. Oh, hey, Sammy has the same jersey as you.
Hey, Hall of Famer. Yo.
Mary and Scott. Hey, guys.
Hola.
How are you?
From Chapala.
Yeah, we had so much fun with Mary and Scott. Oh, my God. Probably the most fun we actually had on that trip.
Oh, that was a very
evening.
enjoyable evening sitting there, imbibing maybe a little bit past what we should have, but talking music and everything else. And it was like, whatever.
Hey, we have some more gringos here. Peace from Creal, Chihuahua. Hola. Bienvenidos, Vicky and Mark. Hey, guys. We got Pat Paul. And we have Andy from Guadalajara. Hola, Andy.
That was a fun city.
I enjoyed Guadalajara a great deal.
I enjoyed everything except driving in it.
Yeah.
Driving in that city was anything but fun.
That's a little rough. And honestly, I would say that if we lived in a city like Guadalajara, we would be doing public transportation.
Yeah, Uber be on both phones instead of just one. It'd be like
Uber, Metro, whatever.
Whatever.
Buses. I actually like Guadalajara quite a bit. I think that finally nailed it for me that I am obviously a city girl. I like the bigger cities. And we will soon be finding out what Mexico City's like, too.
I mean, but think about it. Where have you lived? Right outside of Pittsburgh.
I did.
Right outside of Charlotte.
But Pittsburgh is not a huge city.
Well, no.
It's a city with sprawling.
That's a city that's going this way instead of that way.
I mean, it's a city in the core.
Oh, it's wide.
but it's sprawling with neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't particularly consider those neighborhoods to be super urban either. So
No,
you know,
a lot like Guadalajara.
Guadalajara, I think, is a bigger city.
I agree, but I mean, I'm not talking about the barrios within that make up the city.
Yeah,
That's sort of similar to what Pittsburgh is,
Yeah.
So
I'm I'm the San Luis Potosí, Puebla, Querétaro, Guadalajara girl.
Yeah.
Aside from the fact that I thought Huatulco had the best beaches, but
well, that goes without saying. But
Yeah.
but then again, you like you some Tequisquiapan. So just saying that, and that's not.
Listen to you saying it right now. I do like Tequisquiapan,
and that's not what you're going to call a city.
No.
Yes.
So I can't wait for the review of Ajijic. Are you sure? No, there's good things and there's things that don't quite mesh with us, but the good that's there, it's definitely a unique.
I haven't seen anything like that in all of Mexico.
What would you call it? A microcosm? Microcosm? I'm not sure. It's a unique place.
Yes.
And it's very, very well suited for
and unique to itself,
right
within Mexico. I mean, it's a lot of people go, well, SMA is another enclave, but it's different. There's definitely a different feel in SMA than there was in Ajijic.
For sure.
And the same with Riviera Maya. There's a lot of gringo population in Riviera Maya, but again, different feeling than what there was there.
Kind of strange that it plays out like that, isn't it?
Well, I mean, everybody is going to have their own takes on how they make their own community. So
look at our lights.
Oh yeah, they're working good.
Yes, we got colored backlights.
We decided when we started looking at lighting, all of a sudden she found these, and it was like, oh, we can do some background lighting, and
we could actually start looking. Oh, I don't know, professional.
Dare you say?
I know. I'm still recording everything with a cell phone, right?
Yeah, but I haven't heard anybody complain about the quality. Everybody sort of goes, "You're doing it on what?"
Yeah, I know.
I know. So, I mean,
but it would be so nice to have that really beautiful blurry bokeh background.
Well,
just saying. But this is working well.
Yeah, working. And I think the difference between them is the glass. I think the reflection, why we get more blue than we are purple. Because the door's open. I think the glass is reflecting. Just my guess.
There's no glass behind the blue.
Yeah, there is. There's a door there. Did you switch the doors?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, okay. There was a door there. I mean, when we were setting up, there was a door there.
No.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. Okay. We really enjoyed the SLP restaurant video. I know how much work it takes to put one of those together. Much appreciated. Oh, you're welcome, Papa.
Well, he knows because he does. He loves to do these resort ones where it's this restaurant and that restaurant and this and that and everything else. So he knows all about how it's not just a bing bang boom. And
and as I was editing it, would you believe it if I told you I could smell that video? Man,
well, and the other part is finding them all. I mean, that's because it's interspersed with all of the other video from the museums and the walkabouts and Centro and everything else. So it's sort of she has to go through and restaurant,
pull out the food,
restaurant.
Yeah, but boy, I sure would love to have some of that gorgonzola sauce covered filet mignon right now.
I'd take some of them kabuki noodles.
The kabuki noodles, the udon was so freaking good.
That was
spicy. It was spicy though. It was good.
Yes. It was one of those that had this slow burn because when I first bit into it, it was like, oh my God, cooked perfectly. Because they actually, how do you want it cooked? Medium rare to rare. And they did it. And then it was like, okay, and then after about a minute in the mouth, it was like, whoa, where'd that come from?
It was like, and delicious and smelled wonderful. And that sushi that I had, it was kind of unconventional. They had regular fish sushis. I kind of decided I wanted to do something that was kind of a Mexican
Oh
fusion.
yeah, that's right. You did something.
Yeah, that sushi that I had on that particular day was like a Mexican fusion. I'm trying to remember. I want to say it was arrachera.
It was arrachera, and then the queso, and then the
And
was it crab?
wait, no. Well, it did have some fish in it. It was like
Yeah,
surf and turf, but the rice wasn't typical sushi rice.
no,
It was actually a
Mexican style rice.
I guess a Mexican style rice. And then of course the whole thing was breaded and fried. And it's like I just totally went off the typical sushi trail. By the way, they actually do have wasabi there too. Wasabi, yes. Thank you, Annie Yvette, for bringing that up. Yes, they had wasabi. You had to ask for it. It's just not a popular condiment, so they're not going to bring it out unless you ask for it. But that place had it. And when we went again another time and we actually got fish sushi and stuff, we got wasabi. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, Terry is with us as well. Lisa left me out. Okay. Just as long as you're together. I was like, well, somebody's not here tonight. And hola, Anna.
Could have been a late night on the golf course. I mean,
Oh, Annie. It was a great video that made me hungry. I went out to have dinner right after that.
I wanted to have kabuki again and then go and get a churro right after that. But
oh God, that wasn't a lie. We did pass 3 Japanese restaurants along the way.
Yep.
Just to get to kabuki, and the reason kabuki was chosen was because it was close to Jardín de Tequisquiapan.
I mean,
churros.
A block and a half away from the churro stand. So it was like, okay. I mean,
got it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Residency cards are in hand. Yay. Perfect trip to Mazatlan at the Rio Emerald Bay.
Outstanding.
Awesome. Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm a little tired today. I did work hard today, though. I haven't been working super, super hard. My job has been more part-time than full-time lately. And until they actually give us everything we need, they really can't unleash us onto anything. So I do what I can when I can. And I pound it out. Hey, it is Arlene. Hola, Arlene.
Hola, girl.
Wasabi. Wasabi. Kabuki had wasabi. I thought, okay. So while we were in Ajijic, we went to the biggest of Gringolandia type grocery stores, the Super Lake. So Super Lake, the guy gets a lot of imported items. Definitely he's shopping at Costco for some things.
Yeah, because a lot of it is Kirkland brand that if you have a Costco card, you're sitting there going, oh,
yeah,
I know where he got that.
Which means he's probably driving to Guadalajara to get it. The other thing is I will bet money that he's probably ordering some imported U.S. food items through Amazon or Mercado Libre. Now, of course, those things come with a price. And, of course,
you got transportation costs.
There's markup. So here's what I discovered. This was my epiphany as I was shopping or taking advantage of the items I bought for myself at the Super Lake. Progresso soup, almost $7 a can. I bought 3. I was like, $20 is enough for some soup. And I don't get it ever. They don't sell it. They don't see Progresso soup in Mexico. So I bought cheesy broccoli. I bought Southwest black bean, I think it was. And I bought New England clam chowder. Now, I used to eat Progresso soup on a regular basis. Anytime it was on sale, I stocked up on it. I would use like super double coupons and everything else. And I would what just happened?
I had to plug us in because I looked over there and saw that all we had was a little bit of battery and no flash on it.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, it's not plugged in.
Okay. I was concerned for
No, I just wanted to make sure we kept going. I know.
Screen went black. So anyway, I used to buy Progresso soup all the time. Now, You know, one can of Progresso soup is really
It's supposed to be 2 servings.
2 servings. But I would always eat the whole.
Who really
I'd
takes
always
a
eat
can
the
of
whole.
Progresso soup
Yeah.
and goes,
Let me put some of this in
I'm
the
going to
fridge.
put half of it in the bowl. I'm going to put the other half in the
No,
fridge.
Nobody does. So like you eat the whole can, right? So here I am at the Super Lake. I buy 3 cans of soup. For 3 days in a row, I eat this soup. 1 hour after I eat the soup, it didn't matter which flavor it was. I have the runs for 2 hours straight. Now, I haven't been like that and I don't even know how long. I think what has literally happened is I have purged all that crap out of my body.
You've done one of those toxic cleanses?
Well, you know,
I mean, just,
haven't eaten this stuff in 3 years. All it takes is 1 can of it, and I've got the runs. What the heck is that about? Well, it could be because they're so high in sodium. And when they say they're high in sodium, they're looking at it as a single serving sodium.
2 times that.
Now I'm eating double that. So like 1 can of that soup was like anywhere between 35 and 50% of my entire intake of sodium for the day. And that might have done it. I mean, that could cause that to happen. But it just goes to show how eating healthier has really changed how my body responds to the food that I eat. All I had to do was take a couple of days of reintroducing some kind of US made toxic food, and I got sick.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Totally.
I mean,
Totally.
I think the biggest thing that we really came away from Super Lake with was we could buy types of sauces, Heinz 57, Miracle Whip, things like that we have found very, very, problematic to find here. So, the Ken Steakhouse, the Asian sesame.
Oh, Asian sesame dressing
And marinade. It makes a some chicken breasts in that thing, let it sit for 24 hours and just pop it in the oven. And so things like that where you really don't have any options, and then there's other times, there's things like the $10 box of Cheez-Its, because it was just like,
which was a stupid, ridiculous, moronic gringo price to pay. But he bought them.
Well, so was a $7 can of Progresso. I mean, it's one of those where you just sort of go,
I haven't had it.
I'm gonna splurge and
this is my splurge. New England clam chowder. Yeah, it was good until I wasn't feeling good. So I have decided from now on, if I really, really, really want to make some New England clam chowder,
you're gonna have to make it.
I'm gonna make it.
That way you
it's going to be fresh, and it's not going to have all those preservatives and all that toxic garbage that was in that can that made me sick. And that goes for the cheesy broccoli. Any of those soups.
Well, if you want to make wedding soup or the pizza soup, I don't know what else.
Yeah, there's
pepperoni soup.
There
whatever.
was a pepperoni something soup that I used to buy that was really, really good, and I did make it on my own one day, and it came out pretty good. The thing is, it's got pasta in it too, and pasta doesn't stay good for very long in soup when you make it yourself. So you just sort of have to make a little bit of pasta on the side and just kind of incorporate it when you're ready to eat.
Makes you wonder what they put in that soup to make that pasta.
I know.
I mean, that's like, okay.
Look at this loaf of bread that never molds and lasts for 2 months, right? When bread used to mold. Nuclear bread. It used to mold in less than a week. And now you can have a loaf of bread on top of your fridge for 2 months and it doesn't mold. It's just kind of weird, the stuff that's in there. That's why I love making my own bread, and I will, because I bought a giant bag of actual bread flour at the Costco.
25 kilos of bread flour.
Yes. Actual bread flour.
I think that's so like excited. 60 pounds worth of
it's
flour.
Good. It's good. I'm
a lot
excited.
of flour.
Any job update? Well, no, I have. I ditched the one that was driving me crazy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Driving us crazy.
It was. It was driving us both crazy because I would unload every day and he'd have to listen to it. And then there was also times where we would be like, whatever, and my phone would be ringing because this idiot boss of mine was like calling.
And half the time it was a butt dial.
Yeah.
I mean,
which of course I got accused of calling him on his butt dial. So that's gone. And I was really happy to return those laptops. So that's in the rear view.
Gone.
And I got another job. It will be full-time hours eventually, but right now it's part-time because I'm going to help build a brand new hospital, literally. Every instrument, every order, every reference range. But the problem is that we don't have all the data yet that we need to do a lot of that. So the only thing I've been able to do so far is build out their instruments. Today, I pulled their instruments into the routing for some of the orders that they have built. But again, that's just that's piddly stuff. I mean, we're talking about 1,000 orders. They're all going to need reference ranges built. And then, of course, they have a reference lab. They send about 4,000 different things to LabCorp. All that stuff needs to be built. We're just waiting for data as soon as they provide it.
And once they give you the go ahead, then it's
you
go.
But I'm not hating working part-time right now. I kind of like it. It gives me a breather after that chaotic 9 or 10 months.
A reset.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. So I'm happy. And I got some good kudos from the manager of the hospital. So that was nice.
Is that the one that was hard to work with sometimes?
She's supposed to be very demanding and very difficult to work with.
Which, not a problem for her, because that's like, tell me what you want. As long as she knows where she stands, it's like,
tell me what you need, I'll get it done. Anyway, she actually was full of praise for me. So
thumbs up there.
Yeah. So wasn't a Panthers fan, but loved that Luke quickly played the game.
Boy played hard and fast.
Yes, I guess
he did.
I'm.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know the sport.
No, he was sort of like a Peyton Manning on the defensive side. He knew what you were going to do before you got to the line of scrimmage. It was just like, okay,
yes.
If only he started shouting Omaha, then it'd be
Omaha. Long story, but we got our resident temporal visas this past week in Phoenix. The journey continues. Retirement packing, South Dakota, driving to Oaxaca are next. Very good. Very good.
Woo.
Sammy, did you determine that Oaxaca is going to be the place, or is that just a place you're going to go for the Canhe and to check it out? I was curious. I can't recall right now. So let's see, was asked to bring down grits when I come in January. Evidently, it's a $65 container in Merida. Holy crap. $65. Who's selling $65 grits?
That'd have to be one bag of grits like your flour. I mean, that's a lot of grits.
That is a lot, but maybe not. Maybe it's
I know. I'm just saying.
Very expensive.
For it to be affordable, it'd have to be a bag that size, but I got a feeling it's not. That's like, wow. I mean, you start thinking that's almost 2,400 pesos. That's a lot to pay for some grits.
Speaking of a lot to pay, I reserved some hotel rooms today. Now this is in Mexico City. It's okay. And we're going to go to a dinner with our friend's family for Thanksgiving. So I did a one-night stay, and that cost about $190 for the night, which I think is a little high.
That's a little steep
it's
normally.
It's a little high, but that this is Mexico City we're talking about. Well, then I went to reserve the room for the Steve Hackett concert. I got us 2 nights in Mexico City for that. I'm not even telling you what that cost.
I don't want to know.
But it was stupid. Okay, I could have been in Manhattan for the amount of money we paid for this hotel room.
Let me ask you this: is it more than what we're paying when we're going for Rush? And it's going to be World Cup weekend.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
That makes no sense.
But the reason I chose it is because it's like a block and a half, 2 blocks from the venue.
Oh, okay. Well,
and I didn't want us to have to rely on.
No, I mean,
and it's a high floor, and we've got a city view.
And it's a different part of Mexico City because we're going to be in Centro for when we go down for Rush. So
right,
gives us an opportunity to see a little bit of a different part of Mexico
City.
This
particular one is in Condesa, which is the one that has all the
I know
gentrification stuff going on. So I was a little shocked at the price, and then I was like, you know what? If this had been Steve Hackett in Philly and I had flown to go see him, I would have spent
the same.
I know.
You
I'm just like, whatever.
Or I drove you up, whatever. I mean, either way, we're looking at expenses. So
exactly. Now, of course, when we go to see Rush, we got, I can't remember now, 3 or 4 nights because we're doing that extended weekend to go see stuff.
I don't know. You booked it. So
yeah, it's like 3 or 4 nights because we're going to do some tourist stuff.
Yeah. And then we're coming back on Sunday and then I'm getting on a plane on Monday and flying to Kansas City. So,
yeah. And the Rush concert is happening during the World Cup. So a lot of the hotels were sold out, and the ones that weren't were really expensive.
I mean, we saw one for what, 25,000 pesos.
It was
for
crazy.
A night.
It was crazy. So we actually are near the main square. I'm sorry, I don't know the name right now, but we're near the main square in Centro, and it was actually affordable, shockingly.
Yeah.
But it's away from where the World Cup is actually happening. So all those hotels that were near that were just like crazy expensive. That was just nuts. But so we do have 3 trips to Mexico City coming up. Small ones.
Yeah.
Finally get to see that. I bet I'll like it because I'm a city girl. City girl. Whoop. Skipped one here. Glad the Carolina Panthers are starting to win as residents of Charlotte. All right. Woo, Gen X quench. Okay, so
that took we were so good, and then when Cam was there and Luke was there and we had Smitty and that group, Jordan Gross and all of those guys. But the biggest difference is when they made, when the team was sold to David Tepper, and then ever since David Tepper has bought it, he couldn't keep his fingers out of trying to control the team, and it went to shit. So fortunately, I think now he has learned the lesson of let the football people do what they do. So,
let them do what they do.
Cross our fingers and hope.
What do they do? Oops. I'm trying.
They do the football stuff.
I'm trying to turn on my do not disturb so that we don't have like my phone going crazy. Of course, that happens a lot less frequently now.
Yeah. And wait till you get close to 65 and every spammer in the thing wants to call you about Medicare.
Hola, Alfredo. Oh, let's see. The video and audio quality are so good tonight. Not complaining about the other nights. You know what we got? We got better lights.
Yep.
And we got, this is actually a
newer version
newer version of the same camera, but I don't believe it was the camera. I actually do think it was the lights, but
or combination. We don't care. It does look better.
I mean, like I used that camera, the other camera that we were using for work, and I don't have any issues. So I don't know.
No, I think that was the lighting as well. And I think now that we've got a true lighting setup instead of the cheap
with the blue light and the pink light. The pink doesn't show up.
No, I think it's the screen. I think the screen, it gives it a surface and I was thinking it was going to reflect off the glass, and it's not reflecting off the glass. So
oh well. I was hoping to be artistic with a little
blue and a little
purple over here, but Oaxaca will be our home for now, but we will be keeping our options open. And that is the best thing about temporary living arrangements.
Yep.
Because if you don't like it, you can go somewhere else.
I mean, there's lots of options. And if you get there and you go, you know what? We hit a home, like KJ and Craig went to Ajijic. fell in love with it. It's a perfect community for them, and they are so busy. I mean, those two are on the go 24/7, and it's just like, good God, guys, but they love it. Yeah, it fits their needs and everything else. So, it's get there once and go, this is it. Get there and go, this isn't quite what we were hoping for. Then there's other options.
And Jesse, I tried. We actually had to get 2 rooms. There's 2 couples going, and we needed kings. And I tried every single hotel that came up on Google Maps that was in a walking distance of that venue, and none of them had all 3 or 4 nights that we were staying completely open. So that's why we ended up in Centro. We're okay with that.
We looked at that. We actually looked at the Grand Prix Aeropuerto.
I don't remember anymore.
I did when we were first doing it, and it was one of those, because that was almost right across the street from the venue. Had to walk over, and everything else. But again, it didn't have what we needed for the length of stay and everything else, and so it was like, well, that does convenience. And then we went, well, hold on, we're only going to Rush for one night. We're going to be in Centro for the other time, so we might as well be down there and Uber over for Rush.
It'll work out.
Yeah.
If
we can get an Uber.
I mean, I literally had spent 2.5 hours, and every hotel I came across didn't have the days open that we needed. So that's okay. We'll be fine. Besides, we want to see Mexico City, some of it anyway. There's no way we're going to be there long enough to see as much as we want, I'm sure. So no. Just found out that the coach for the Panthers is of Mexican heritage.
Yes, he is.
Canales. So in an interview, he speaks about his proud Mexican roots. Go Panthers. Awesome.
Yep.
That is awesome. I didn't know that. See, I don't pay attention. I'm a Steelers fan, and I haven't even been paying close enough attention to what's happening with the Steelers lately either. So
they're in first place.
No, they aren't.
Yes, they are.
Are they really?
Yes, they are.
How did that happen? They had a really couple crappy losses.
Because they're in a division that's normally like our division that we're in. They all playing like shit right now.
I mean, bad. Okay.
I mean, the Ravens started out 1-5. And that's normally who you guys are chasing and having to deal with. And
Annie, doesn't it have a name? The Zocalo, doesn't it actually have like a name? And I think, aren't the government palaces over there too, or something? I wasn't really sure. Oh, there we go. Someone says Plaza de la Constitución.
Probably.
Maybe. That might be right.
That would be the one here in Querétaro.
Oh, God. Look at this. Guys, this is my high school friend and college roommate. Tammy, how are you? Holy shit. Did you and Mark rent or buy? Right now we're renting. We got a 1-year lease on a house in a country club south of Querétaro.
And we will more than likely be renewing it.
We will probably renew. We're still not totally done traveling, though. It was mostly one of those things where we were sick and tired of hauling our stuff. After 3 years, doing it every 1 to 3 months.
And I think it aged us. I mean, I honestly do. I think that constant, every 1 to 3 months of loading the car, and I mean, we're talking loading the car. It was Tetris every time, and it was just
stressful.
And it was stressful, and everything.
Plus, we were advertising.
Yes, we were riding around going, "Hi, there's a roof bag on it. We got U.S. plates. Hi, look at us. We're just dumbass gringos riding around."
Yeah.
And so, we went, maybe, it'll be, and it was easier going to Ajijic, and it was easier going to San Luis Potosí.
Without all that stuff.
We were able to load it in an hour and be gone. Even in Ajijic, having to do it with an elevator. I mean, which we had to wait for it to, get to the floor, and it wasn't a big elevator. But load it up, take it to the car, put it in the car.
Yeah.
Because you're not worrying about, oh crap, I got it in the wrong order. I got to put stuff out by the car because, and if it's not in the right order, because when we loaded everything everything had a spot. And if it, you had to
Yeah.
wait for that spot to open,
Yep.
and if you brought the wrong stuff down, then suddenly you're going, oh crap. Now I got to just set it in the back of the car.
Yep.
You want to get back down. I got to take it back out of the car. I mean, it just was.
Yeah. And, we still have a trip coming up to Manzanillo, which I'm going to like. I'm going to like because we got a spectacular view. A lot of the houses in Manzanillo are up on a hill that overlooks the Pacific Ocean. And it's a nice, small, but nice place.
It's Mexico's biggest port.
Yeah.
I mean, we will see a lot of ships. So.
And then after that, the two places we still had that we haven't scheduled yet was Puerto Vallarta and La Paz. We're not really sure how we're going to handle either one just yet.
I mean, there's some things that are in flux. One of it is my sister currently lives about 30 minutes away from my mom, and my mom is, I'm old, so that tells you what my mom is. And she's in great shape and everything else, but their grandkids live. My sister, her grandchildren live in Indianapolis, and they have a great house and everything else, but they were like, there's some things about our house we just really don't like. And so they were going to build a new house. What you need, babe?
I'm all washed out.
Okay.
I'm pasty. Thank you.
And so that's as much as they go.
Oh, okay.
And so they finally got my mom's blessing to move to Indianapolis, be close to the kids, her grandchildren. And so, now my mom's going to be in Kansas City without my sister being close by. So one of the things that we're going to be doing is, every 6 months, I'm going to fly to Kansas City. Well, not actually. I'm going to fly to Kansas City in the spring because my mom is a rabid basketball fan. So I will go up there for the first week of the NCAA tournament because that is their favorite time of the year, so we can watch the basketball together. And then every October, she goes to Topsail. So I was like, well, I can fly out and meet you in Topsail and spend a week. And this one goes, you're not going to Topsail by yourself.
No. No.
So, which made my mom even happier because now she's going, oh, you mean I get both of you? And it's like, yep. So, and it gives us an opportunity to see 2 out of the 3 girls. If we could arrange it, possibly all 3 of them, we'll see. But, 2 of them live there in North Carolina and are only 2.5 hours away from the beach. So, that's a good thing there. And then my sister will go the opposite schedule. I'll go spring and fall, and she'll go summer and winter. And she can deal with the winter because, she's lived in Kansas City and she's going to move to Indianapolis. So what's the big deal?
Were there any younger people in Ajijic, or pretty much over 60? There are younger. I wouldn't say really young. I probably maybe my age or a little bit younger than me. Like
I would say
40s,
that
40s,
mid 40s would be about the floor, but the majority were of that 60 and over.
Yeah.
I'm just if looking at what we happen to witness shopping and everything else, I would say the majority were my age or older.
True that.
What, I'm old?
No.
Oh.
Good evening, everyone. Greetings from Tucson, Arizona. Hola, Sheila. Thanks for coming on tonight. Danny, hello. Tonight is a hurricane game at 8:30. Oh.
Yes, I know. Which was, hey, by the time this, and realistically, it's the second half of a doubleheader on TV. So it'll probably be close to 9 before they drop the puck, which, given our normal 3-hour lives, it'll be just about perfect.
It'll be time.
Yeah.
Are you going to bring your record collection to Mexico? Well, that is a given. Just don't really know how or when just yet.
And as great as this house is, and we love this house.
Yeah.
All the glass and the glass doors we lose a lot of wall space that we could use
Yeah.
to put the record collection and the stereo and things like that.
Pictures, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, we love it. I mean, because the light that comes in and everything else is fantastic. But that part we do lose. I mean, there's basically 2 big walls that would normally be here that we could do a lot with that are just glass doors.
Yeah.
And, well, putting a record collection in front of glass, no,
not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
And even if I wanted to utilize the spare bedrooms, it's hard to do because the way the beds are built here is
you can't move them.
They're cement. They are cement pedestals with a mattress on them, so they don't move. They're part of the floor. So yeah, definitely there's a plan. There's a plan. I just don't know.
I mean,
how or when we're going to do it.
We could rework the TV room to do it, but then that would sort of be fruitless because then it's either music or TV, which, we don't turn the TV on that much other than, sports. And on Sundays come football, I'd bring the TV out here if it's not raining. I'm sitting out here watching TV, watching Red Zone. Mm-hmm. But, it's just that would require reworking that whole room almost.
Have to think about it some more. But anyway, the bigger issue is getting them here.
Yes.
So
in the heat,
when you move to Mexico, you're allowed to bring, you get like a one-time opportunity to bring your household goods into Mexico without getting charged any kind of taxes or import fees.
And a VAT tax on 1,500 albums could be.
So the problem with the albums is that
too big a percentage.
You can only bring about 15% of your household goods can be hobbyist type items. So it could be, if I brought a ton of art supplies or a ton of records or whatever it may be, stamp collections, whatever, it can only make up 15% of the items on your household goods list. Everything else has to be an actual household good. So furniture, clothing, things like that.
Kitchen stuff.
Well, I far exceed that because we got a 5x15 temperature controlled storage unit right now.
That is slam full.
I would say 50% of the contents are either vinyl records or record players.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I mean, there are some things up there now that since we have gotten here, probably would not make the trip. That desk, that drafting desk. I mean, we got you the desk here, the chair. I mean, those are things that we could look at. But all we're doing now is we're removing things, which increases the percentage of the record. So it's,
we know people who routinely move things into Mexico. They've got contacts. They have hands that can be greased. So there's ways of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be done. It will still cost a lot of money because now we have to pay for a driver. And it doesn't come cheap.
2, we have to get it to where she's at. And she originates all of her shipments out of the San Diego area.
True.
So it means getting it from Kansas City area all the way out, and again, it has to be sometime when it is going to be moderately temperature wise, because you can't put them in the back of a truck and then have that truck sitting there getting to 120 degrees.
Oh yeah, like if it's like
angle work,
winter time or something maybe, but then it also depends. I mean, winter is not winter.
Winter's not winter here.
It's not winter here. We'll figure it out. There's logistics.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just.
I'm not giving up my records. Oh, Lord. I can't remember if you guys have said how much your rent is at the current home. Yeah, we did. It is 45,000 pesos a month. That actually includes the 5,000 pesos that are
the HOA fee
paid to the HOA. And that pays for the maintenance guy, gardener guy who does all of the work. I mean, like he'll
I
come.
mean,
He comes on the patio and trims all the plants.
He cleans the pool. He mows the grass inside inside the complex, outside the complex. If you have an issue, Francisco is like, yeah, no hay problema.
Yeah, he
and
helps stuff out, but
so
it's a lot. It's a lot.
And he waters all the plants. I mean, I was out there this morning and he's out there. We're having a conversation because he's watering the hanging plants. We got plants right up here.
Oh, did he water these?
He waters these plants as well. I mean,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he gets every plant. If you're not home, like when we travel and we left, somebody, Saul and Dulce brought us a
jade plant.
A jade plant, and we left it outside on the patio table while we were in San Luis Potosi, and again I think when we were in Ajijic, and it gets watered every week. So
yeah, so 45,000 pesos a month, depending on the exchange rate. Cheap. It would be around $2,300 to $2,400 a month. That is very expensive by Mexican rent standards, and we're aware of that. But it is a beautiful home, and we do really like it here.
Yeah.
We don't have to pay the water. He's actually told us that he's just the water's just included.
Now, you have to remember this. There's 8, I guess you would call these townhomes. Because
condos.
Because they share one wall. There's 4 units, and they all share 4 buildings, 2 units in each building, and each one of them shares one common wall. That's it. And so the water bill, when it comes in, is divided by 8, and that's what the homeowners pay. Well, there's only 3 that are occupied.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the others are Airbnb. Sometimes people are there, sometimes people aren't. Some of them are weekend. There's a general in the Mexican army who owns one of the units down at the other end by the pool. And he's in Mexico City, and he comes up for weekends. And so, it's like there's not a whole lot of water being used, but whatever we're using, because we're probably the primary users of the water out of the 8 units, is getting split by 8. So it's not a big bill. So,
no, it's included. And we do pay the electric. The electric has been
pretty good.
About 1,800 pesos
for 2 months.
For 2 months, so 900 pesos, so less than $50 a month.
Now remember,
but we really haven't been here all the time.
We're here for a month, gone for a month. Here for a month, gone for a month. So, we were having that conversation with Annie, Vet, and Arlene, and we were like, "Oh, we're paying less," and then it was like, "Yeah, but we're not here all the time." So, I mean,
yeah. So,
when we actually get a 2-month stay here, oh please,
then we'll know.
Then we'll know.
We actually do have solar panels.
We just don't know
a lot of them. We just don't know if they're connected to anything. We don't know if they're actually being utilized. I would like to talk to Francisco about that to see if he knows. And then we have an electrician plumber guy that we could have come out. He could take a look, Saul, and maybe we can tap into those panels.
Yeah, because she needs something. I mean, we don't lose electricity very often here.
No.
So that's a good thing. But it would be nice when she's working, if we had a bank of batteries that would allow her to keep, keep the internet on, and then B, keep her computer and monitors on, because she's a heavy drawer of electricity.
Yeah. I've got a space station in my office.
Yes. And speaking of internet, we've had 2 times now, multiple days outages with Telmex, and all they can remind me of is Spectrum in the U.S. as far as customer service.
It doesn't exist.
They suck.
It doesn't exist. Both times it was at least 4 days. I think the first time it was 5 days. Second time it was 4 days.
4 days that we know of. Because we got home on Saturday and didn't have internet. So we don't know how long it was out before we got home, and don't really care. But we had 4 days when we got home, no internet.
Yeah. So in those 4 days, I got online and I ordered a brand new Starlink dish residential service because we had Starlink RV,
The mobile.
roaming service, for 3 years. And we really haven't had it turned on for about a year and a half.
Almost 2 years.
And when we were roaming around, it was good to have because we did get into some places that had virtually non-existent internet.
Or spotty.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
El Tejar. El Tejar had phenomenal speeds when it was running.
Yeah.
But it would drop out on you. And so we put the Starlink up to give us
A backup.
her redundancy. So when that went down, she had that.
Problem with Starlink, though, when you have roaming, is it's a lot more expensive than residential, and you get deprioritized and get slower speeds than residential. It's the same damn dish, but because you paid for roaming and you had the privilege of turning it off when you weren't using it, they charged you more for it and gave you slower speeds.
And they started this little program where it was 100 pesos a month, give or take, just for the honor of having their system, so that you could wait to turn it back on.
Yes, they started a standby fee. So if you wanted to keep your account open, you had to pay $10 a month, roughly.
What was it, 200 pesos then?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
$5 a month.
No, it was after taxes and everything. It was like $8 or $9 a month.
So 160 to 170 pesos a month. But
so here we were, no Telmex. And I'm like, it got to the point that Telmex actually blocked my number and would not respond to me.
And she called on or WhatsApped with them on Saturday and again on Sunday. And then Monday, Telmex is out working on the lines out there. So I'm thinking they came to fix ours. No. And I'm like, no tenemos red para 3 días. And the guy looks at me and goes, 3 días? I said, sí. Regresamos.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
We'll come back. No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
And they just, they fixed the one house that they were in. So then finally that was Monday, on Wednesday. No, Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. No, it was last week. Wednesday. Yeah. They came out, and fortunately this gentleman was great. Goes into the same box.
The same one. Same
exact box that the others were working on, and got us up and going. And then he left us with his WhatsApp, and he went, cuando tienen un problema,
Yeah, so now I have
Llámame.
Humberto's. I got Humberto's number now. If this happens again, I will just message him directly. Thank God. Because
Telmex sucks.
Yeah. Anyway, so I order a new residential dish. It will cost less than the roaming dish. We're not roaming anymore, really, anyway. So don't you know it? I place the order, we receive the dish, and have it set up before anybody from Telmex fixes our issue. Like literally, I got a dish shipped to me, and we had it set up and running before Telmex ever fixed the issue.
Yeah, we got it up on the roof, got it wired in through the house and everything else, and got it all set up. And now the problem is, when we get storms here, we get storms.
Heavy rain.
And when you get heavy rain, Starlink doesn't like it.
Nope.
So it's sort of okay. And people, we remember when we first investigated, moved down here, people that were working here all said, you have to have redundancy.
Yep.
And so now we have the two. The power goes out, then we're screwed. So that's where we're trying to see if we can figure out how to solve the problem with the solar panels. So I know I'm pointing at them, and they have no clue as to what I'm pointing at. But if we can get a bank of batteries that can keep the internet on, if it can run Starlink and it can run her computers, then she's good to go.
So let's get back to the rent question again. We are paying a lot. That would be about $2,300 to $2,400 US a month, and that is very, very high for rent in Mexico. That's almost double what I was initially looking for. And because we love the house so much and we like the area, we caved, and this is what we're paying.
Well,
my thinking was, well, I've been saying from the beginning, if I could keep our expenses to less than $3,000 a month, then I'm going to be happy with that. And we do have a lot of house. It's a big house. It's a beautiful house, and we got a lot of house.
4 bedrooms, 4 baths. I mean, and it's one of those, and
nice kitchen.
And has anybody come to visit us yet? No. But that's on the family. But but the nice part is, is that when I was looking for houses, and we decided, yes, we're gonna pop down here in Querétaro and at least while we make the decision and find a place to store our stuff. I'm on Inmuebles 24 and I'm looking at it and I kept coming across this house. I'm going.
Yeah, he didn't want to show me. He didn't.
I'm
want
like,
to show
it's
me.
out of what she wants to pay and everything else. And I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
And so finally, I she's like, we're going through some. I'm showing her the houses I found and everything else. And I went, all right, I'm just going to show it to her. And no, that's more than I want to pay. And so, we come and look at it. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to have to sell this. And she walks in the front door and goes, oh my God. And I went, oh no, I don't have to sell it. The house is doing the job for me. So, and then when she found the hot tub, which she thought was ours, but it's actually our next door neighbors.
I didn't realize that these were two connected.
No,
it's theirs. The hot tub belongs to these people over here.
Yeah. And no, we're not those types of neighbors that are just going to go pop in their hot tub. So
no, we're not. But anyway, it reminds me of some of the cabins that we used to go to in the Smokies.
Yep. It had that feel a lot.
Yeah. And I like that it's got a lot of natural light.
It's like big timber.
Yeah. A good bit like that.
Yeah. The only thing it doesn't have is the one thing that big timber had was we actually sat there one night in the hot tub at Big Timber. And Big Timber was outside of Bryson City on the other side of the lake. Lake Almond.
No.
No, it was in Almond, North Carolina. And yeah, it was on the other side of the lake. And we're sitting up there, and it was one of those crystal clear evenings. And we're just looking up going, oh my God.
I don't think we have ever seen.
Anywhere we've been in the world, we have never seen a night sky that had that many stars.
It was a really clear night. It was like glitter in the sky. It was incredible. I don't know. I think we have too much light pollution.
Yeah.
Here.
I mean,
I'm not sure.
And in most places we've been.
Yeah.
Big city girl likes her big cities. Well, that's one of the things that comes with it.
I will say though, the home that we're in is modest compared to the houses that we pass on the way to our home. The people across the street are in a white palace.
We in the bottom percentage.
Yeah,
trust me.
Yeah, we're the riffraff. I promise you. You should see some of these houses here.
I did find one that was for rent that was 6,500 pesos or 1,000 pesos a month, and I didn't even show her that one because that was like
that's out.
That's out.
That's right.
I knew that was not gonna. That dog was not gonna hunt.
No, and we don't need a place like that. I'm so happy and calmer knowing you guys are not driving around with all your belongings. I know, Arlene. I know.
So are we.
We are too.
Hola, Tommy.
Hi, Tommy. You just got back from the gym. Wait, you got to go get your beer and your wine.
Either or a combination thereof.
That's right. Topsail. Taking the corgi to Topsail this weekend.
There you go.
It's supposed to be 70 degrees. We love Surf City.
All right, I got to ask you, Jesse, have you been to the New York Deli yet?
Oh. Ooh.
That's
Okay, so they got a grilled cheese, brie and raspberry grilled cheese to die for.
And they got a Reuben.
And the Reuben,
Oh,
very, very good Reuben.
oh.
Yeah, it's a good place to eat for sure. Mark, would moving your mom to Mexico be an option? I know my dad would refuse. Probably would be the same.
My brother-in-law, when they decided that they were actually going to move to Indy, he actually looked at my mom and went, well, you know, you can come to Indy too. And my mom didn't even have to answer. My sister went, she's not moving to Indianapolis. She's been in her house for 40 years.
Yeah.
She has friends. She's
Right.
85 years old. She still line dances. She does all this stuff. And so, you know, it's like, she ain't going anywhere. And, you know, she has talked, you know, I've talked to her and said, you know, she has told me, she goes, I am so happy that you guys have moved to Mexico. She goes, I can hear how much happier both of you are since you have made the move.
Did she say that?
Yeah. She goes,
Aw.
you both have a calmer sense of being. And so, and my mom's pretty sharp. And so, you know, it's just one of those, she goes, it's not something I would do, but it is something that works for the two of you. And she goes, that's all that matters.
So she's not still trying to convince us to come back and keep her house?
No, I think she's given up on that. No, she's like, when she goes, she's like, you know, you could buy your sister out and y'all could live here.
She has said that.
And
so you could live in this house.
And it's not a house that sucks. I mean, you know, but it ain't Mexico. It's Kansas City. Mom.
It's hot in the summer and
it's
cold
hotter
in
than
the
hell
winter.
in the summer, and it will, ooh. I mean, I remember the first time we picked up Amy, my sister, at the airport. She was at NC State at the time. And we were all getting together in Kansas City. And my dad and I get in the car and we go drive to pick her up. And we pick her up at the airport and we're driving back. And they had one of those, you know, bank, you know, whatever bank it was. They had the time and temperature. And so we're driving back and it goes -5. And Amy goes, oh, hell no. Take my ass back to the airport. You know, and you know, she used to living in Raleigh. You don't see -5 in Raleigh.
No.
Of course, now she spent the last, oh my God, 15 years now in Platte County, Missouri, which is right outside of Kansas City. And it's like, all right, Amy, you didn't like it then, but now you live it. You know, so
people change.
Yep.
Diane, you did make it. You made it. Yay. Mary, in Chapala, a few in low 40s is the youngest I've met. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That seems to be the floor, you know, from not asking, but just by judging by appearances.
Well, Andrew, I'm so glad you're asking this because there are 2 homes in this block of 8, this little enclosure of 8. 2 of them are for sale, and they are both for about $450,000 US dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is quite a bit.
And granted, this is a lot of house. You get outside of this little complex here.
Oh my God, they're palatial.
There's a lot more house on these lots. I mean, the house across the street.
I would call some of these houses a compound.
Yeah. I mean, the house across the street has a house and then has wings.
Yes.
Has an east wing and a west wing.
Yes.
And it has 3 driveways, including the circular one. So
yeah, it has like a port.
Yeah. So and it actually is protected by ADT. There's a sign up, which we didn't even know ADT was around here.
There are a lot of very well-to-do Mexicans living in this particular community, and that makes sense.
I mean, we really didn't do it for the security or any other reason. We did it because we liked the house.
We like the house, and it's close to our friends.
It is.
Like
That was
5-minute drive.
Yeah, that was, well, it depends on which way you're going. If you're coming one way, it's 5 minutes. Going the other way, it's 10 minutes because you got to go past it and turn around. But the other part that was a big plus, it is quiet.
That's true.
Other than the fact that it is a polo grounds and country club, then there is an event area. And when they have a wedding or a party or something, hey,
usually it's a weekend.
Yeah, it's normally a weekend night, and we can't say that we have not on occasions done our own loud noises till later in the evening. So, hey.
Yeah. But overall it is quieter than you might expect areas of Mexico to be. It's quiet. And right now I can hear the crickets.
And it's not dusty because of all the greenery.
Yeah. That I like that particularly.
Yeah, I mean,
because the dust can really, really build up after a day. Just a day, you're constantly dusting. So,
yeah, I mean, the difference from the eastern side of Querétaro, where we were for 7 months, and now being in the southwestern corner, and the fact that almost everything down here has grass on it. There are some areas. There's a couple of places where the horses, do the jumping and stuff like that are dirt. But overall, 90% of this complex has grass on it, which really does help keep.
But this particular house, all of these houses are very similar in style. They might have a slightly different floor plan, but there are two
square
of them.
Footage is the same, basically.
Same.
Yeah.
And two of them are for sale around $450,000 US. One of them actually is listed for sale or rent, and the rent is the same as what we're paying. So
which I know it's a lot, but Querétaro is growing, and if you were looking at an investment, this would not be a bad investment because this is.
I don't know. I still think that's high.
I get that, but this area is going to grow. I mean, the south side of Querétaro is growing because, they didn't put a Costco down here just because they're going, oh, there's so many people down there now. No, they know that it's going to keep building up even further going to the south. So, the value is going to continue to rise. So, because it is a little exclusive here.
It is. Well, our friend said that we are living with the crema y nata. So basically the cream of the crop. It's not something I feel particularly fantastic at bragging about. I just like the house.
Yeah.
And the neighborhood. We don't really know anybody here yet. We haven't met anybody.
Well, we're in a complex where there's 8 units and
most of the people aren't there.
Most people aren't here.
So we're kind of
the only time we really see anybody is they tend to be having a birthday party out in the center,
True.
Area by the pool and taking care of using the pool.
And a lot of these places are vacation homes for people, so they're not
Airbnbs.
They're not here all the time. So, it is what it is. So taxes and import fees. So basically, the way Mexico looks at it is if you're bringing a whole bunch of stuff into the country, then you need to pay taxes on it as if it was being imported into the country for you to buy it. That includes even our car. If we wanted to nationalize our car here, we would end up having to pay the import tax to do that. So whenever you make a move, they give you a free pass for your household goods because you're moving one time. Yeah. And because we have that percentage of how much of the stuff you're bringing in has to actually be home goods, those records are not going to make it like that.
No, again, it all depends upon who does the inspection and all those things. If you happen to know the right people, and this person's constantly sending pallets of product through, and that's so and so, just wave it through. So whatever.
Yep. And this is actually true, Andrew. This is so true.
Yes.
Baja has its own kind of.
It's like its own little world over there. Mexico. It's its own part of Mexico that just does things.
For example, you don't even need to. I don't believe you even need to get a temporary import permit for your car. Baja, I think, is one of those free
I
driving.
think you are correct. I think all of
Right.
Baja is.
So you don't need that. You can just drive your car right in and do that. I also think Baja was one of those places that made it easier to naturalize some cars.
Yes.
You know,
And
yeah.
and then you can constantly go online and see people who decide that they're going to leave Mexico and will sell their car. You know, it's a U.S. plated car, but they'll sell it to you. And so it's one of those, we don't know all the ins and outs because, you know, we're still trying to figure out mainland Mexico, you know,
Yes. So I do like to make sun tea, but I haven't been because I'd be the only one that'd be drinking it. So what I have done is these are actually Bonifant flavored waters. I don't know. This is Pina Coco.
her favorite.
Yeah, Pina Coco is my favorite flavor.
Because it's 0 sugar. The
See,
others are all
the other ones, I don't.
sickly sweet.
They are sickly sweet, so bad. The regular Pina, the Jamaica, all of them are just too sweet for me. This one I like a lot because it's not super sweet. And then I drink it all up. It's usually a clear color. I drink it all up, and then I reuse the bottles, and I make Nestea, instant Nestea in my bottles. I got a big bag of it from Costco quite a few months ago, and I just put a scoop in it with some water, and I stick it in the fridge, and I just keep recycling them until the bottles are nasty, and then I throw them away and go get some more Pina Coco.
and that's the hardest flavor to find.
Because it's so damn good.
I know. I mean, it's one of those, we stop and it's like, well, if you can find me one of my waters.
That's right. That's right. Sammy, we will probably pay for a facilitator for Kanhei. Do you recommend using one for the border crossing with our car? A facilitator for the border crossing? We got lucky, Sammy, because Ernie Baca
really lucky
was meeting us in McAllen, and he kind of shepherded us over through Reynosa.
He had to be in McAllen for business, and right. we were going to go a different way, and he goes, look, I got to be in McAllen for business. You know, do you guys want me to help you get across the border? And we're like,
yeah.
Oh, we damn Skippy, we can make sure that we can, you know, instead of going over to the west, we can just go to the east. And ran into him, met him in McAllen, and thank God he was there because we may still be at the border trying to argue with the guy who didn't want to let us in, and we had zero. I thought I knew some Spanish. I didn't think I was good, but I thought I knew some.
It was rough,
and that was a quick introduction of a.
You don't know shit.
You don't know shit. You better hurry up and learn some Spanish. And
yeah.
And the gentleman was confused because he thought that you had 30 days from the time you got your visa to enter the country. Instead, it is you have 180 days to enter the country. And then once you enter the country, you have 30 days to get your appointment with the INM. And so Ernie and him are going back and forth.
Imagine us trying to have that argument. It would not have gone down well.
No. And finally the guy, it dawned on him and he went, oh, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. And he stamped us and we were good to go. But, we'd probably still be staying there.
I don't know, Sammy. How good is your Spanish? I don't think you have to have fantastic Spanish, but in case you were to run into any issue,
like we did,
it would be helpful. Otherwise, as long as you have your visa, you should not have an issue and not really need a facilitator to get you through the border.
No.
It's really just a matter of...
Nor for the tip. I mean, really.
Right, because so basically we got the stamps on our passports for the visa, and then I went over and got in line. I had the car registration and I had the title.
Yep.
They can either ask for one or the other. I had both. I just wanted to make sure I had everything. I had everything photocopied. I had insurance information for our Mexican insurance, our U.S. insurance, all of it. And
3 copies of each. I mean, it was one of those where we went in loaded for bear just in case, because we would rather have too much than not enough.
Yeah.
You know, and it actually went after that encounter with the guy who didn't want us in the country. It went rather smoothly after that.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't really hard. You have to go up to the counter first for the tip, show them all your paperwork. They give you I want to say a document. Then you had to go get into another line with that document and your paperwork to pay. So it's not like you go to a counter, show them everything and pay. No, you go and get in line to show them everything to get a document, and then you take all your stuff to another window to pay.
And then
That's a little confusing because it just doesn't make sense to have to go do these things in two separate lines.
it's the way they do it.
But it's just the way they do it.
Now, where
But
you will
The
want
difficulty wasn't hard.
no, where you will want facilitator, Sammy, is when you get to Oaxaca.
Yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
You're going to want a facilitator that is bilingual to take you through the I&M process. Though my Spanish was rather stellar at the I&M. Guapo.
Yeah, he basically
I mean,
told the ladies that he was guapo.
no, they told me I was, when
Did
they took
they?
the picture.
Did
no,
they?
No, that's right. I told them, when they took the picture, guapo, So no, we were having fun with. They were great, and they had two people in the I&M in Querétaro who spoke about as much English as well. No, their English was even better than our Spanish, but we were trying to do it in Spanish, and got us through. Now, don't know what Oaxaca is like, but take something to sit on. Because if it's anything like Querétaro with those steel tube benches, your butt will appreciate.
Well, I mean, take something to read.
Yes.
Take something to
Because you can't play on your cell phone.
You can't be on your phone. You can't. Well, actually, we don't know that. That's how it was in Querétaro.
True.
Every single office is its own entity. So I would just say get a facilitator who's familiar with that particular I&M. They will tell you everything you need to know about the appointment, what you can bring with you.
And the aduana.
Yeah.
Because you have to extend your tip.
You're going to have to go. Is Oaxaca? Yeah, it is international because Winston came through there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll have to go to customs, the aduana, after you get your canje, and they extend your residency from 30 days to 1 year.
Yep.
You will need to go to the aduana with your original tip paperwork.
Yep.
And get that extended to match your residency expiration. Ask the facilitator to help with that too.
Yes.
It's that easy. Yeah.
Yeah, because she actually filled out all of our paperwork for us and everything else. It was one of those. I think the hardest time we had there on that particular trip was finding a bathroom. I'm just saying because
okay.
No, theirs was out of service, so because they didn't have any water.
I don't remember. Tammy, you don't have to stay in an Airbnb.
We got 4 bedrooms.
We have 4 bedrooms. We have a king bed. We have the double bed, which is actually where my office is. So really, we kind of have 3 bedrooms.
Well, yeah. And then we have Tommy's room.
And then we have Tommy's room, which is actually 3 singles. One of them is a bunk. So we've got room. But if you really want to do an Airbnb,
that one,
they have to be listed. It's Balvanera.
See,
Balvanera Polo and Country Club. In fact, anybody who's interested in looking at the actual property prices for where we are for a house like this, again, I'll type it. Look for Balvanera Polo and Country Club. It'll show up in the chat.
In Santiago del Querétaro. It's actually Corregidora, but it shows up in Santiago Querétaro.
Corregidora.
There you go.
El Pueblito. Querétaro. Okay, it's going to be in the chat. Anybody who's interested in looking at those properties.
Yeah, come on down.
For real. We'd love to have friends come. I keep telling people, come down. You don't have to. I mean, man, we could go and take you to Techies. Techies is so darn cute. And we have a place we're hooked up there.
Yeah, we got connections.
We got connections in Techies now. So we can get a nice place. And we could go see Bernal too, which is just kind of interesting, even if it's just for the night. I mean, Bernal is very, very, very small town village Mexico.
Yep.
But it's still cool.
It's you stay in Techies and just drive up and go see the Pena and go see the little bit there is. And
it's
then go
all
back
through
to
wine country.
Yeah, and then you go back to Techies, and I mean the whole thing is wine country. That whole corridor from San Juan del Rio to Techies to Bernal and Enrique Montes, where I get my cigars, because what's that champagne? Fresh Tapa, it's Frex. If you've ever seen that, it's the black bottle champagne. That's where they're at. Is right outside of where I get my cigars from.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's that big corner one that has the events sometimes that we've driven through there.
Yeah.
That is where that vineyard is for that champagne.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But it's cheese and wine. Cheese and wine country. And I like my cheese. I'm kind of with the wine, but
Yeah.
Unless we go out to Redondo again and I fly the drone
drunk.
I could drunk drive my drone. Drunk drive my drone. Say that 3 times.
I'm not going
fast,
to.
Hey, never too late. You are never too late. Hola, bienvenidos. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read and I got to put my old eyes on. Old eyes. Okay. We need to drive on Monday, the 24th from San Miguel de Allende to Querétaro to catch our flight to Texas for Thanksgiving. Of course, the 24th has been advised with massive road closures. Any advice? Oh, isn't there some kind of protest happening?
I don't know. I
just saw something on Facebook about.
I pulled the plug. Well, I pulled the plug on Facebook because I never got on it. But
no, I know.
News-wise,
I swear I saw something today. Somebody in some expat group on Facebook was asking about from Ajijic to the Guadalajara airport. They were asking something similar to this, and that date came out. Something about that date. There's a protest going on about government's lack of activity in curtailing the cartel.
Yeah,
something's happening.
And that one got a little interesting in the fact that you're asking the police for help, but then you're attacking the police. I was sort of really going, how do you think this is going to enhance your position?
So from San Miguel, see, the way we would typically go, that's probably the road closures they're worried about.
I would think so.
We typically just shoot straight up.
Well, I mean, from SMA to Querétaro, come down the day early, stay with us, and just go back over. I mean, the
day before.
Yeah. Because
the day before.
Because down here, from here, it's 35 minutes.
Are you driving?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean they're driving.
No, they would need to drive to the airport.
Okay, but are you actually driving or are you having somebody drive you?
Well,
that's the difference.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a tough one because that main road would be the same route we would normally take.
That's 57D, and if they block 57D, you can go out and take the oh crap, what is that road? There's a toll road out there that we've been on that we didn't want to be on that one time because we were like, oh crap, we got on the wrong exit and we had to go 36 kilometers up. And then Annie, Bet, and Arlene did the same thing and got stuck on that. And that's
we looped around.
Yeah, and that's the one when we got back up there, I went, and you were like, are we turning around and going back? I'm like, oh, hell no, we're going the way I know. So, but they're going to close those roads. That's problematic because you really only have a couple of ways of getting there. I mean, the back way of doing it would be if they're really going to focus on Querétaro proper, the city, would be to drive over to
I'm looking right now.
Bernal and then shoot down past Enrique Montez and then come down through Tequisquiapan and then come in the backside to the airport. That's
Well, the question is, okay, so the most direct route is 111 to 57.
yeah.
Well, we don't know which road.
Well, see, this is the other 57D over
I know,
here.
but we don't know which of these roads
I know.
is the one that was going to have.
That's what I'm saying. If they're going to focus on Querétaro proper, then going east and going over to
500
to Bernal to 500 and then going down that way. And I've driven that route.
Colonia San Gabriel.
Yep. I've driven that route to from SMA to Enrique Montez to get cigars before. And it's not a bad drive. And once you're there, then it's just shooting down. I think it's 200 right down to the backside of the airport.
Yeah, there's the airport, 200. You're right.
Yeah. I've done this a couple times.
I know.
Yeah. So that's a, if it's going to be Querétaro proper, you might be able to skirt around and go on the outside, then come in from the east side.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, the B on my keyboard got stuck. Okay. How did we miss something?
No, he had a couple B's on his last one.
Oh, okay. Hey, Mark and Paulette, think you're home. I saw that puppy, that little puppy. That puppy's got an overbite or an underbite or something. You know that puppy, you should name that puppy Beavis.
I need TP for my bunghole.
I know. Puppy's cute, though.
I am Cornholio.
All right. I did go to the New York Deli. Remembered your recommendation. Reuben was sublime. Yeah, they got good Reuben. I'm down, though. I'm down for the brie and raspberry grilled cheese. It's really good.
I don't stray. Because I don't get it. I mean, we got a couple of Reubens in Ahihi. And while they sort of halfway scratched the itch, the bread wasn't correct. It was off by that much.
They tried to make rye bread, and I did see that they were selling loaves of rye bread at the Super Lake, made by this same place that does this deli that does these Reubens.
Emma's.
And so they were good sandwiches. It's not that they weren't good, but that wasn't.
They were off by.
The bread wasn't quite right.
Off by just that much.
What was missing from that rye bread was strong rye flour and caraway seeds.
Yeah.
You need that little extra flavor.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The corned beef was piled high, just the right amount.
Oh, no, it was good corned beef.
Just the right amount of Thousand Island to Swiss cheese and the right amount of sauerkraut. That was all good. The bread was off by that much.
The bread matters, man.
Yep.
Bread matters. So guess what? I ordered some dark rye flour, and I have it. And I have ordered some caraway seeds, and they're coming. We're going to have some real rye bread.
Yeah, and then we go, because we found in SLP, we found corned beef at the Costco. So this Monday on
Buen Fin,
we decide we're going to go to Costco on Monday.
Oh, let me explain very quickly. Buen Fin is good end, the end of the year. Basically, they're Black Friday sales.
For 4 days.
For 4 days. And I thought it was over Sunday. I thought it had started Friday and it was over Sunday, but it actually went through till Monday.
Oh, yeah.
And we hit retail on a Monday.
We knew we were in trouble when we pulled up to the Costco.
Yeah.
And the line to get in with the cars was backed up down the street.
Down the highway.
And we
there was nowhere to park. We parked 2 blocks away from the parking lot.
Yeah. No, it was.
And the line went almost all the way back to the meat department.
It was about 2/3 of the way back to the meat.
But it moved quickly.
It did.
It moved quickly. So, yeah. And there was a lot of people there. Yeah, it's just kind of the way it was. We didn't realize we were out on a Black Friday weekend, though.
Yeah.
Not like that. Um, I can't believe the time difference in the time feed between my cell phone and my desktop. Not sure which one is ahead. And you're slumming with cores, huh? Slumming.
Well, last time we watched the Canes over at Annivette and Arlene's, she brought me a big 40 of Corona Extra. And it was like, okay, I'll get rid of this.
Sammy, I'm sure you're gone already, but thank you for joining tonight and good luck. I know you're trying to schedule all that stuff. It's a lot. Right at the end, it's a lot. It's a lot to try to navigate the whole changing my residency to a different state and just all of it. And once you get through it, it'll be fantastic. But
it is. It's just a lot on your plate at one time.
Yep. Suzanne, you made it. Yes. Hello. And almost time for Manzanillo. Yes. Go to Las Hadas when there. It was pretty last time I went. Las Hadas. I have to remember this.
I can do that.
Las Hadas. Okay. When we went to Baja on vacation, we drove a rental car from California and they didn't question anything.
No, it tends to be a different, almost like a different country.
It's like it's a free zone over there.
Yep.
Free for all. What? You can hear the crickets? You can hear our crickets or your crickets?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Is our mic picking up crickets?
Yes.
Oh, look at that. It's picking up the crickets. That's so awesome. I didn't know it would do that. I didn't think it was that sensitive. I couldn't be on my phone in Cuernavaca, INM either. Yeah. This is the norm in INM. It is. And I'm not really sure why that is.
And they had the security guard there that was...
He was watching.
He was admonishing those who were breaking out their cell phone. It was like, no.
Yep. Okay, so for anyone who was looking before, here it is in the chat that I had left. That is I guess it's not really a fraccionamiento. I guess it's a colonia. That's our colonia, but really it's a country club. It's a gated country club, and that's the name of it. And it is in the municipality of Corregidora, very close to the town of El Pueblito, which is just south of Querétaro. Southwest.
Yeah,
Southwest.
we literally are Balvanera, then there's a highway, then there's the state of Guanajuato. I mean, we're that close to Guanajuato. So the state of Guanajuato, not the city. Freixenet, yes.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's the one we go by.
Yeah, that's the one that every time we go over there to go see.
And we have never stopped in there to eat. We have never stopped there. Now, we went to Redondo.
Redondo.
I think that's what it was called.
See?
And the food there was good.
Yeah, after they didn't tell us dumb gringos that you could drive in and park. No, we parked out by the road.
Oh, not really by the road. There's that first building. We were in that parking lot.
And then we strolled right past all the vineyards and
but that was cool.
But that was that no
because they have everything posted and there's a sign that tells you what variety.
And that's when we found out that they put the flowers at the end and everything.
Yes.
I mean, we learned a lot, but it was a hike.
The auto return feature on DJI drones comes in handy when drunk drone driving. That was one of those things where I'm usually very gentle so that I don't bank really hard left or right. Not that day.
No,
we were banking, man.
No, she had a flight. I mean, it was one of those where they were like, "Oh, we can get you a flight of our wines." Okay,
but it wasn't the wine. I didn't have wine. I had mezcal and something else.
It was a flight of. That's right. It was a flight of different mezcals, and
I was feeling good.
Yeah,
I like mezcal, so I was trying this. I was trying it. The INM office in Mazatlan was filled with the kindest people possible. No cell phone signs were up. No biggie. We were only there for 1.5 hours. Wow, that is really good because we were like there for 3 hours.
3.
Yeah. That was really good.
And that was at the time when they were basically having to line up at midnight to get appointments to come back when they opened at 9 or 9:30 in the morning. It was like, really?
Oh, here's some good insight. Thank you. Thank you for explaining this. The protesters engaging in violence against the police were trying to provoke them to respond with violence so they could claim repression. The police were unarmed.
Wasn't going there, but yeah.
Yeah, wow. I just know that there's some stuff going on. Like and it's like it's really hard to keep up, especially when we never watch televised news. And the only news feed that we get kind of pops up on our cell phone or someone shares it with us. And it's been hard to follow. We knew that there was protesting going on with the farmers who were not getting what would be considered a fair rate for their corn, I believe it was. And we knew that was happening during the time that we were in Ajijic. And we were particularly concerned about our drive coming back to Querétaro because I know that they stopped and then they started it back up again. Like negotiations or something had broken down and they went back to actively protesting again. So I knew that happened. And then I recently saw something, a news feed or something, as I was on my phone. And again, I saw somebody post something in a Facebook group asking the same questions about road blockades coming up. And I swear it was the 24th. Somebody might have said.
That's what you said up
right,
above, yeah.
Or somebody might have said the 21st, but I wasn't really sure exactly what it was about. And I thought it was related to cartel, lack of action with cartel. Or
I think the biggest thing that a lot of the people here have been up in arms about, well, maybe arms is the wrong, have been protesting against is, especially here from Celaya, Salamanca, Irapuato, Leon, up to Aguas Calientes, that corridor has seen an unusual amount of people that have just gone missing. And there is a group that has been trying to draw attention to that. And that is one of the things that they have been protesting about. Is one day they actually shut down some of the highways. It wasn't the farmers, it was the people that were going, look, we got all these people who are missing. What are you doing about it? And so, and I get that. I mean, if you're a family member and you're going, I mean, one woman had 2 sons murdered, another son taken, and then her husband was big in, because they were big in the trying to find these missing people. And then in the middle of the night, they came and took him. So, it's one of those where you're going, that's a lot of people that are disappearing. What are we doing to help find these people?
Oh, yeah. And it's, like I said, it's really hard to keep up on what's happening locally without somebody maybe sharing a news link or something with us, because we don't really have our command of Spanish is not really good enough to watch the news. So we kind of rely on people sharing that.
Yeah, and I mean, Annie is very good about sharing things, especially when we were in Ajijic. She was constantly sharing what was happening on the roads between, Guadalajara, because if you're going to go to Ajijic, to get out of there, you got to go to Guadalajara. Between Guadalajara and Querétaro, the farmers were,
Oh yeah, we passed some of those really big farm tractors.
And then GPS, we're sitting there, and I went, okay, it's all done. They reached an agreement on Friday. We traveled on Saturday. And so I put in to go back the way we came, and GPS decided that I'm going to route you the way I want to route you.
Sent us to Morelia.
So suddenly we're heading down the road, and folks, this is one of those things that you lesson learned. We were probably 45 minutes on the road, and all of a sudden we're seeing signs for Morelia, and I'm like, oh crap, did they just send us on the southern route instead of the northern route? And it was like, we're already into it. And we went within 15 kilometers of the hotbed you know, because we saw corn. Oh my God, did we see corn?
Wow, there was so much corn. I don't think I've ever seen that much corn. And every once in a while we would see an agave field. But it was corn, tons of it. I was like, wow. And then we saw some of those really big tractors too that they were using to block the roads.
And the National Guard was out, and they were stopping people. You know, I think they looked at us and went, "Gringos, just go." You know, they just waved us right through. But so,
Tommy, your B keyboard have to use words with other 25 letters. Not that I spilled mine on it.
Well,
oh God. Hi, Stephanie. Hola. Oh gosh. Wow, you really can't hear our crickets. Ah! Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I didn't think this mic was that sensitive. Wow. Very neat. Forgot to ask when you were in Guadalajara. Did you know we did not get to go to Tlaquepaque? We weren't there long enough.
No.
We actually had basically one of them was more of a chance to finally meet somebody, and the other was kind of a business thing that ended up.
We were literally there for
2 days,
36 hours, maybe 40 hours. So, I mean, it was boom, 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 bye. You know, and
we got into town. We went and got some Korean barbecue with Amy Whitney from Expat Spanish. The next day, he and I went to breakfast, and we went into Centro to see as much of Centro as we could. And then we stood around for a hell of a long time waiting for the Katrina parade. And then the next day we left and went to go see Hudson with True Country Plus and had dinner at his place.
And some of our material has started to show up there on True Country Plus.
On True Country Plus. Yes. So we wanted to kind of mention that. Boom.
Boom.
There it is, True Country Plus. They are going to be dropping our videos from YouTube, our podcasts on True Country Plus, where everything is going to be shown commercial free. But of course, for commercial free, you have to have a subscription. But there's other material on there too that could be very interesting. There's some concerts, some classic westerns, and TV shows,
comedies.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's kind of a hodgepodge mix of television.
And the interesting thing is, since we're going to be on a streaming service, we will actually now be on IMDb.
That's right. We're going to have an IMDb page. Who would have ever thought that? Really?
I can't wait. You know, in what, 4 years, I go back to my 50th high school reunion. I can sit there and go, I'm one of two in my high school that's got an IMDb page.
Who's the other one?
Jim Perotti.
Who's that?
He was in A Time to Kill. He was one of the rednecks in with
Kiefer.
Kiefer. Yep.
With Kiefer Sutherland.
Yep.
Not one of my favorite Kiefer Sutherland roles, but you know,
good movie though.
It is
great
a good movie.
Book.
It
The book was phenomenal.
Yes. Okay, wait. Come on back down. I'm missing some stuff here. Forgot to, okay. Oh, hey. Okay.
Yeah, no, this is good.
If you want more insight, I strongly recommend President Scheinbaum's morning press conferences. After posted, CC available with auto translate to English. Excellent. Thank you. Because, you know, I as residents and non-citizens,
we should know more.
We should know more, but but we also have to be very careful not to involve ourselves in politics too much, because we can't legally vote, and
nor should we, because we don't know enough about what's going on,
and we're not really supposed to get involved in any sort of discourse that could get us deported. So
and then besides that, we came down here to avoid the discourse.
Exactly.
So I mean, it's like,
but we should know what's happening around us. That's important. I don't necessarily like living in a bubble. I don't want to live in a bubble. I like to be aware, and I like to be a contributing member of our community. And you have to know. You have to know what's going on around you to be able to do that effectively.
Yeah, no, I
So-
agree.
So thank you for
But
that.
you know, not getting worked up to the levels that we were
Well, no,
on that side. Yeah.
exactly. Knowledge is power.
Yep.
Scary about the missing people. It's got to be a big issue if folks
It-
are protesting.
It
Must
it
be
is
hard.
it is a number. I heard the number and I had to question whether or not how long of a time frame they were doing it. Putting the numbers together. I can't remember if it was over a 5-year period or a 1-year period. So, big difference, but it was over 100,000 people.
Wow.
Even if that's a 5-year period, that's 20,000 people a year. That's a lot of people that are just,
Yeah.
That's like, whoa, hold on, where are they going to?
Hey, Bruno.
Hey, Bruno.
The press conference from Monday, November 17th, is especially helpful to understand most recent protests. Very different than the protests by families with missing and murdered loved ones.
I get the protesting with the missing and murdered. That part I totally understand.
Well, he's talking about
I get
these
that.
other ones.
I know what I'm saying though. It's very different than the protests, of the families that have got missing and murdered people. Those I understand. The ones that were protesting and trying to engage police to try and get the police to help against the cartels, that made no sense. None.
Well, maybe
I know. I heard the one earlier, and I'm just like, yeah.
maybe we need to try this and get caught up on what's going on. So, part of the current protests are about very wealthy businessmen, Salinas Pliego, being required to pay a huge amount of back taxes, and he wants them dropped. Ooh, that does not settle well on people.
No.
Oh, no,
No, and
No,
nor
no,
should
no.
it. If
No.
if you owe the tax, you pay the tax.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, wealthy businessman trying to get out of tax. That's not good for the common people. No, that's enough to upset anybody. Um, and it's one of those things where I often see people who one of the things people say when they have anti-gringo sentiment is pay your taxes. And I would like to know, honestly, what those taxes would be. Someday I'd like to find out. Um, when we go shopping and everything else, we all pay VAT.
yeah, we pay the VAT, and
We don't pay into any kind of nationalized income tax. We don't pay into that.
And
so
that,
I'm wondering if that's what it is.
and part of that is because there is a reciprocal agreement between the U.S. and Mexico, where if you're a citizen of one and you make money in the other, and you're paying taxes in your home country, you're not required to double pay.
But then the sticky part comes if you're taking advantage of infrastructure.
I get that.
Yeah.
But it's happening both ways.
Yeah.
Because it is a two-way street.
I get it.
But again, it's one of those where if you are a citizen of the country, you're going, hold on, you should help.
Yeah.
Support the country.
Yeah.
On both sides of the border. I thoroughly agree with that. So
I'm not sure how they would handle.
I'm not,
Yeah. I recently got a new debit account and a new credit account. New NU.
New in both ways.
And yeah.
NEW and NU.
And I will be sharing a video on how we did that. One of the things that I'm trying to learn how to navigate and understand is the limitation in the amount of deposits that I can make. Now, I know that if you make deposits and it's over a certain amount in a month, the bank is required to report that to SAT.
Yeah, they don't want you money laundering is what basically it is.
But new debit actually limits the amount of deposits. Like they literally will cut off and not accept the deposit. Now, at the time I got my account, New was just considered a financial investment organization, but they are working on getting clearance as an actual bank. Now, maybe when they have themselves set up as a bank, I will be able to put more deposit above the limit, and of which, of course,
The current limit.
which they would have to report to SAT. I'm fine with that, but I wonder, in some ways, if I'm making deposits and SAT is aware of it, is there tax that is collected on that? And would that be related to the taxes that they want us to pay if we live here? That kind of thing.
I mean,
just trying to understand it.
And again, that is all part of the new navigation, being in a country that we aren't quite sure. Well, of course, the U.S. tax structure isn't any better as far as clarity, but that's trying to navigate everything.
Oh, this is good too. To clarify, this is our wealthy man, our wealthy businessman.
Oh, he owns Electra.
He owns Electra.
If you've been in Mexico and you've driven around, you have seen an Electra store.
Yeah. One of the major funders promoting recent anti-government protests, including at least some paid protesters. Boy, does that sound familiar.
Ain't going down that road.
I know. It does. It sounds familiar. These are things that happen in many countries too. Yeah. This is not foreign to us, for sure. Strong evidence. There is strong.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand. Strong evidence. Not string. No, that was good. That was good that you wrote that out, because I like to be aware.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Now, for everybody who is planning on going to the meet and greet the weekend of November or February 7th, not November 7th, February 7th.
In Ajijic.
We had our last dinner at Bruno's to get the prime rib.
Oh, Lord.
Oh.
I like their filet better, but
the prime rib was still good. It was very good. They are going to give us seating on February the 6th. So if you're going to be there for the evening of February 6th, we will be going to Bruno's. Anybody that wants to come, let us know so we can make the reservation. So we got a little bit of time before we got to make the reservation, but they can accommodate, a fair number of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, we sort of feel like celebrities in there. I don't know why.
Oh, God, he embarrassed me. We were in Bruno's, and we literally ate at Bruno's 3 times. Like, no lie. The food was so freaking good. And we decided that there was enough material that we're just going to do an entire video dedicated to dining at Bruno's.
Well, and Bruno's, the service was worth it. The food was worth it, and so, and oh, by the way, that night of February 6th is prime rib night.
So he actually asked our waiter on the last time that we had a meal if I could go in and record the kitchen.
Just a quick.
I thought like we were overstepping the boundaries as a guest. And this is why. I worked in a country club kitchen. I know what happens in the kitchen. The kitchen is usually a hot damn mess. Stuff gets tossed about, things fall on the floor. The place is just not picture perfect. There's a lot of busy activity, stuff. It's not glamorous like what you might see on TV. It's not a Gordon Ramsay open kitchen, right? And so to ask that was kind of like, oh my God, like what kind of entitlement do we think we have that we can go record their kitchen? I was a little bit embarrassed by it. But you know what? They accommodated us. They cleaned up. They wanted to clean up.
They were like, give us about 30 minutes to get it all, and part of it you also have to understand is Bruno's has only been in this location for a year. They used to be in what would be considered downtown Ahiheek. I mean, what there is of a downtown Ahiheek, closer to Centro. And now they're out on the Carretera. And so it has, they're putting in a whole new area. This restaurant, they're redoing the bathrooms. Everything is a work in progress. But the food, oh my God.
Yeah. So they cleaned up their kitchen, and then they came out, and our waiter took me back and explained everything that they were doing. I was like very thankful that they were gracious enough to allow me to record their kitchen as they were assembling dinners and things, and it was kind of fascinating.
Yeah, no, I mean,
But-
and they have a limited menu because what they do very well. And somebody is going up to Guadalajara almost on a daily basis to get their russet potatoes, because their baked potatoes are russets, and they are, well, to quote Seinfeld, they're real and they're spectacular. Yeah.
Russet potatoes, sweet corn.
On the cob.
On the cob. Delicious.
That's cooked in butter and Parmesan cheese.
Well, it's dipped in it.
But yeah. I mean, it's like,
and yeah, so every dish comes with corn and a baked potato.
And I was about to get jealous of the Gorgon. What was that? The Gorgonzola? No, the Camembert.
Oh,
oh my God! She got in that Camembert, and I was like, damn,
it's so good. It was Camembert and raspberry compote. Is that how you say it? Compote? Yeah. On top of a slice of garlic toast. Oh my goodness. I know that it doesn't sound like it would work well together. It was outstanding. Outstanding.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. I heard you and Deb sitting there just going, oh my God, this is.
It really was incredible. So see, look, we've already got. So there we go. There's 2 for Bruno's. There's
6.
6.
That's Mary and Scott.
And 7 with
7
Tom.
with Tommy.
I'll be honest.
And then we got
Bonanza. Stephanie. Yes. Oh, wow. Yeah. So I want to go to Bruno's. Bruno wants to go to Bruno's.
See?
Well, Bruno, you know where we're going to be.
Yeah.
You just have to be there.
And they have 2 separate dining areas. They have an outside and then an inside dining area. So
I like the inside better.
No, and they can accommodate, they are phenomenal. I mean, when we walked up the second time, Esmeralda looked at us and went, "Oh, I'm going to seat you in Daniel's section because you had Daniel last time."
More Bruno's.
There we go.
Everybody's going to Bruno's. Is Bruno's walking distance? No.
No, but you can ride with us.
We got cars. There's Ubers and there's all kinds of shit.
I know where it's at by now. Trust me, I've driven there 4 times. Because
now we're going to talk about customer service.
Yeah, you want to talk about customer service. The second time we went there, we're having dinner with Deb, and we drive Deb home because she took a taxi out there, and we had to drive right by her house almost to get back to our house. So we drop Deb off. We get home, and I'm going through my pockets, and I can't find the key to the house.
Apartment.
And I'm like, oh, my God, you got to be kidding me. I mean, and she's like, go look in the car. And so I go down. I go, all right, I'm going to go down, look in the car. I'm like, nope. So I'm on WhatsApp texting Bruno's going, did you happen to find a silver key on a green keychain? And they look, nope. And they close at 9. It's about 8:15. they're like, we're looking, and I'm like, it's not here. So the only place we went was Bruno's. So we get in the car and we drive back to Bruno's. And I get there, walk up to the counter at the maitre d' station, and they're like, we didn't find it. And they're pulling out all the linens looking for this.
Can you imagine that? All the tablecloth linens from everybody who dined that night.
And so they're like, no. And they're like, well, you went to the bathroom. I'm like, yeah, trust me. I had two beers. I went to the bathroom. So go look in the bathroom there. And they're looking in the bathroom. Nope. So I come back out of the bathroom, and Esmeralda and I can't remember what her name is now. Forgive me for this, because she's the one that found the key. They're out and they're like, where did you park? Over here, side the road. And they're over there with their flashlights on their cell phone, looking around where we parked. And suddenly she reaches down and goes, and it fell in grass. So, apparently when I pulled my car keys out to go home, it must have just stuck on there and dropped down. Never heard it.
No.
But they were out there looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were looking for our keys.
And then when we left later that week on our third visit, ¿Tiene su llave? Sí.
Just to make sure. Do you see this? Mama Sue's going to be coming.
Okay.
Yay! Mama Sue. Oh, we won't be there on the 6th for Bruno's.
No, they're going to come on the
That's right, because you
7th.
guys are going to come later. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a good reason. They got a job. I mean, Annie's got that job now. So
yeah.
And we don't want them driving that road at night.
No.
Because that is going right through that corridor that we were talking about earlier. Not that I think anything's going to happen on the Carretera, because the amount of National Guard presence that we saw going there was like, whoa. But no, that was
a lot. Oh, excuse me. Oh. What?
No, that I just wanted to throw that part out there, because we got nothing to do that night, because the night before we got the open bar for the content creators, but that Friday night we're going to Bruno's. So
Bruno's.
And I can just do the WhatsApp with her and go,
Yeah. So the only downside about prime rib night is that is the only thing that they serve that night.
You're getting prime rib.
You're getting prime rib, corn, and a potato. No matter what. That's what you're getting.
You can get the appetizers.
Oh,
and you can get the...
No, not really, because they gave us Caesar salads. They automatically gave us Caesar salads.
Oh, that's right. They didn't bring that.
They have a fixed menu on prime rib night.
You can't get the post trays, the desserts.
I guess so, but I actually like their filet better. And the reason I liked it better is I know everyone's like, oh, but it's prime rib. Yeah, but they put jus on it, and I don't want my steak to taste like beef stew. To me, that's what that was like, having that broth on it. I really enjoy their filet, because it's grilled on all four sides and it's got like a cracked pepper on it.
And it's perfectly cooked.
It really is. So prime rib's good, but I prefer filet.
But they also serve the prime rib with real horseradish.
Yes, they do.
Real horseradish. It was like...
And they have real sour cream for the potatoes.
Yeah.
So... Oh, yeah, I know, right? Mama Sue. See, everybody's like,
everybody loves Mama Sue.
Mama Sue is awesome. Hey, Wilfredo. What's up, Willie? Oh, lots of pink hand waving. Okay. Yes, it is. That's so impressive that they were able to help find these keys. They took time out. It's the end of the night. They've worked hard. They're tired.
They're
They
getting
have,
ready to close.
they have to tear everything down, clean up, put stuff away, and close. And they're out helping us find keys. It's pretty cool. See, the story of them helping you find the keys 100% exemplifies my experience of most Mexican people. My husband and most of my social circle are Mexican. That's awesome. Yes. Yes. That would never have happened in the US. I mean, unless you really, it would be unusual. It would be a rare thing to have people out in a parking lot, for example, helping an earlier guest from an hour and a half ago find their keys. I don't care what we eat. The company will be awesome. Oh yeah. But I got to tell you that camembert with the raspberry on that toast. Oh my goodness, that was such a good appetizer. And their apple pie. Okay, so the apple pie is really good, but the crust is not a flaky crust. And I think it's got everything to do with the type of flour that is used to make the crust. And so the crust is more of a chewier kind of crust. But
But the apples
the
were seasoned
apples, oh my gosh, the
perfectly.
spicing that was used for those apples was the bomb. It was so good. You could have just brought me some of those apples in a bowl and I would have just eaten the apples. They were just absolutely delicious.
Now, just to give everybody an idea, before everybody throws in and goes, okay, I'm there. I think it was 650 to 700 pesos per meal.
Okay, so
I'm just
no, hold on. Prime rib night, we spent $80 on prime rib night. Yeah.
So I think it was,
and the other nights we spent about $60.
yeah. So just everybody knows what the pricing is, so we don't get a holy crap. It's an expensive restaurant, just so everybody knows, has an idea what.
Well, it is expensive, but you know what? It's really good food, and it costs a whole lot less than Sonora Grill.
Oh, good God!
Which is a steakhouse chain in Mexico, and yes, their food is good, but it can't touch this place. It could not touch.
No,
Bruno's.
if Bruno's were to decide that they wanted to start branching out, they'd be a hit anywhere because they are spot.
Maybe
on.
They're so good because their menu is so limited.
They do what you do and do it well.
For real. Yep.
And they do it very well.
I'm trying to think if there's any news that we need to share. We're going to have our own little mini Thanksgiving dinner this weekend. We got a butterball turkey, and it is now thawing out. Mark has been tearing up, shredding up little 4 loaves of bread to make his amazing stuffing that he makes. It is so good. I got real bread flour. I'm so excited. I'm going to be making homemade sourdough dinner rolls. I'm going to make plain, Parmesan, and jalapeno cheddar. I'm excited.
I'm just looking forward to the cookies, and then
and the cookies. I'm making cookies.
And then Vicky's crack.
Vicky's making.
I know that didn't come out right, did it?
That is really bad, Mark.
I'm sorry.
Vicky made a dessert, and we all called it crack because you couldn't stop eating it. It was really, really good. She's going to make that. And then
Willie's potato salad that he's
bringing Puerto Rican potato salad. I am making kolache cookies in both cream cheese and nut, and I'm going to make because I have real flour now. I'm going to make molasses cookies.
And then Annie is bringing her famous rice that has
everything rice.
Oh my God!
It's got like pieces of bacon and all kinds of good stuff in it. Yeah, it's really good. So we're gonna have a good meal, and I even got fancy. I wanted to have proper dining decor. So I got tablecloths and placemats and candles.
Well, pseudo candles.
Okay, they're
Yeah.
USB charged, but they flicker like a candle.
And it was interesting. You get the Montels or the tablecloths, and it seems like they had one size.
Well, where we were.
I
I could order them online. I was afraid that they wouldn't get here fast enough. So we just bought what we could buy. And that's fine. They look good. I just didn't want something that was very, very seasonal so that it was stuck that we can only use it a certain time of the year.
Right.
I wanted something kind of neutral. So I think we did okay.
No, I think we did fine.
Yeah.
And then the placemats ran about 70 pesos a piece. So, we may actually, for the first time, use our dishwasher this weekend.
Holy shit.
No.
We haven't used a dishwasher since we arrived in Mexico.
No, rinse them off, throw them in there, and be done with it. So
That's actually true. Do we have any dishwasher
yes,
tabs?
we do. I already checked.
We might use a dishwasher.
Yep.
Holy crap. We never use a dishwasher. Oh, apple pie a la mode.
Yes.
You know what I'm making? Oh, not at that place. Do
No,
they
they
serve it with ice cream?
Yes, they did. They brought
Did
They brought ice cream out because remember you were like, "Do you want ice cream?" And I was like, "No."
I don't remember the ice cream,
Uh-huh.
but okay, yeah. Oh, and that's another thing. I'm making homemade apple dumplings for dessert. Get that core in the middle and all that butter and brown sugar and cinnamon goodness in there. Apple dumplings.
Yeah.
I tried to find pastry crust or pie crust. Do you know how hard that is to find in Mexico?
Thank God we got the crusties.
There's a lot of things you won't find because, people just don't do this stuff at home. They just
they got the panaderia.
They go to panaderia and they buy whatever they need, right? It's really hard to find this stuff. So I was looking, did they have refrigerated? Did they have freezer? No. I have some box of crusties. I might use it. Really, all it comes down to is very cold butter, flour, and some salt and some cold water. But I made that pie crust in Puebla.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine, except it was too thick. I needed to roll it out thinner. But it was good.
No, it was good.
So, but I'm going to make apple dumplings. And it's been many years since I made them. And I got the perfect Granny Smiths. I'm ready. My husband once left his wallet in a taxi from the Mexico City airport to our small town, an hour away. So he was distraught, right? Because there was a death in the family. That's terrible.
Yeah.
But did you get it back, right? Okay, let's jump down to the other half of the story. The taxi driver returned from Mexico City to return the wallet. That is amazing.
No, that's
and
Mexico.
He wouldn't accept anything.
As much bad press as the U.S. mainstream media likes to heap upon Mexico, they don't understand it. It's a whole heck of a lot better. People here are true and honest, and they're just good people.
Right. Oh, yeah. We can't wait to have you guys. We're going to have so much fun. It's going to be fun to have a proper dinner. Oh, yes.
Thank God we got a lot of beds.
Bernard. Another question. We lost our external computer hard drive in Bucieros. It has our life on it. They found it. Since we are moving around, where to and how would you ship it?
FedEx or DHL?
Definitely
if you're in Mexico.
FedEx, DHL, or Estafeta. I would probably prefer DHL personally. And if you're going to be someplace for at least a week, if maybe 2 weeks, have them send it there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're great about delivery.
Yeah, I ordered a laptop battery for him, and they shipped it on Monday, and it arrived today. DHL.
Guess whose help I'm gonna need to get that installed.
It's not that big a deal.
I know, but you know how to do that stuff. No.
Okay. Loaded rice. That's what it's called.
Yep.
Loaded rice. Yes. It's really, really
folks,
good.
That is some damn good rice.
And Yvette made some really good rice. And I just remember it had like little bits of veggies in it and bits of bacon. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Oh, very beautiful placement settings. Thank you. And I got fancy on the plates too. We were like, well, see, we don't need a dishwasher for those.
What? No, but they are reusable. So we'll find out.
We'll have to find out if they're dishwasher safe.
Right. And we'll have to find out how good they are.
You know, we were going to get like the nicest quality disposable plates that we could, like Chinette. And when we were at Costco, we found this dining set that was basically plastic.
But reusable
and it looks really nice. So we were going to use those because we don't have enough plates. No. And we weren't going to buy plates. So it was kind of like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to have like a dozen people. So, oh well.
Same as the Besses.
Yeah.
6 couples.
Yep. We have about 6 couples here for Thanksgiving, and I'm making brisket, mac and cheese. Ooh, and deviled eggs. You got to say deviled eggs.
Okay.
Oh,
I knew where this was coming.
Oh,
as soon as I saw deviled eggs.
Should we make deviled eggs? We could.
You're going to do them in the new manner that we found out about in Guadalajara?
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean.
Oh, those were so good. Oh. Maybe we should make some deviled eggs. Oh my gosh.
When we went to Hudson's house, the president of True Country Plus, he made us a German meal, and then he decided he was going to do deep fried deviled eggs.
And we're like, say what?
The hell are deep fried deviled eggs? Oh my God.
Basically, the egg white is coated in breadcrumbs and fried. Then you pipe in the egg yolk part, and it's the same otherwise. But what a difference that made. Oh my goodness, they were delicious.
They were at that.
That was like another form of crack.
Yeah.
and the reason they're called deviled eggs is because you could not possibly eat only one.
No.
The devil
in it. Just.
Yes. So brisket is really good. I do like a good brisket, but I don't know if I could survive without Mark's stuffing. His stuffing, his dressing is so good. So good.
I don't get the credit for it. This is a family recipe that's been handed down and handed down and handed down.
Amazing.
I don't know how far back it goes, but it's one of those. My mom is not. My mom is. And she's the first one to say it. She is culinary challenged. She doesn't like to cook. But, this is one of the things that her mom did. And my mom is very big on this is the way my mom did it, and this is the way we will do it. And so, it's like, okay. So I don't know if it came down from, I don't even know which side of the family this comes from. But,
So, want to wish everyone a feliz dia de acción de gracias. Thanksgiving Day. I hope I said that right. Acción. Is that how you say it? Acción?
Acción.
Is it acción or acción?
I don't know.
With
Tommy
two C's.
It could be acción.
Going to the King George Inn in Bristol, built in 1681. Hope the turkey is not that old. Very good. I wonder if you could buy the crust only from a bakery by special request. Well, possibly, but honestly, after doing all the searching that I did, I've got these boxes of crusties that I could certainly try to use, and see how that comes out. I'll know if it's decent if I mix a box up and it's got the right consistency, and I taste it, see what that's like. Or I could just make my own. I bought a lot of butter. I bought a lot of butter.
A lot of butter.
So, I just got to cut that butter up and cut it into. I even got a pastry butter smasher upper mixer pastry dough thing. With
and then then we also got a butter crock. Thank you.
We got a butter crock.
Because I like my butter soft. And so this is one of those things that you can just, it's amazing. It has water in it. You just turn it upside down, you put it in there. The water creates a barrier, keeps the butter nice room temperature.
And fresh.
Because air doesn't get to it. And then you just, so yeah, it's like, yes.
He's got soft butter now.
Soft butter.
Butter. True story. That happened to me with an Uber. The driver returned my wallet in Mexico City. Wow, Willie, that's really cool.
That's Mexico.
There you go. For Thanksgiving at your house, is everybody just staying over the night? How does that work? Do they come from different parts of the country? It sounds like such fun.
Everybody's local.
They're allowed to stay, but nobody ever does.
I mean, Annie, Vet, and Arlene are 5 minutes from home.
I know.
Mark and Vicky
And
got the dog, so they got to get home for the dog. I mean, Cesar is Cesar. And
he'll drive in the dark. He don't care.
Liz and Romy and Raul.
Everybody's got children or pets.
Willie and Claudia have got their son, so it's sort of a if they wanted to bunk, there's enough beds, trust me. But
let's see, we got the king that holds 2. We got 3, 5, 6, 7, and a couch and a TV room. So we probably could have 10 people stay over if they wanted to.
Yeah,
but nobody ever does.
Yeah.
I'm actually making my mac and cheese with brisket mixed in and baked. Mac and cheese. Ooh, homemade mac and cheese. Yeah, we've got enough food. And the more I start thinking about how good some stuff would be, it would be like that's too much food.
And plus, we've only got so much cooking space.
True. Have you ever had to use horseradish? And if you have, where in the hell did you find it? I need my hot horse. Well, Alfredo, I don't know where they got their horseradish. I have not seen it.
I would venture to say that the Super Lake probably has real horseradish.
You probably have to order it online and get it imported. I guess that's it. Kind of like sometimes we carry stuff in. I mean, we've got jars of molasses. We also saw molasses at the Super Lake, but you never see it in any of the stores around here. And we brought the molasses back with us from the U.S. So horseradish is probably the same. And I would say so is wasabi. When we were at Super Lake, I thought I found tubes of wasabi, and I grabbed 2 of them. Turns out they were hot mustard.
I think the wasabi was next to it. And I think it was one of those where you saw it and then grabbed. And it was like,
I don't know. Wasabi.
But I think it was probably the same wasabi that we get at the HEB, which is that.
And to be quite honest,
imitation
the
horseradish wasabi.
Yeah.
Which is basically what
wasabi
it is.
That they sell in grocery stores anyway, even in the US, isn't even real wasabi, because real wasabi is ridiculously expensive. So what they sell is green tinted horseradish, and they call it wasabi.
Alfredo, if you have access to an HEB, what they call wasabi is basically horseradish. I mean, that's
wasabi sauce. It wasn't wasabi.
I understand that. That's what I'm saying. He's looking for horseradish.
He's looking for horseradish, though.
Well, I know, but the wasabi sauce that you can find in HEB is pretty much horseradish.
It is, but it's not.
Other than that, it's going to be either online, or if you're coming to Ajijic in February, check out the Super Lake, because
that's true. If you come to Ajijic, I bet you could find it at that.
Trust me, I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of people who live in other parts of Mexico who are going, they got things I can't get where I live.
Yeah, that's true.
Cheez-Its, just and some of us wasn't too overpriced because we got the cream soda, the orange cream soda, and the Virgil's root beer, and they were 79 pesos for a 4-pack. So,
True.
that was $4, $5. You pay more than that in the US for it. So for that, it was like, okay, that's a fair price. Some of the other, yeah.
Some stuff was really, it hurt to see the price. But how bad do you want it? If you can't find it anywhere,
and you just want to, it's like the Cheez-Its. The Cheez-Its, I knew they were way overpriced, but it was one of those where it's like, I haven't had Cheez-Its in a while. Then, give me some Cheez-Its.
Those boxes that we have right now, did they come from Super League?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was a splurge. King George. Okay. like. Okay, so no, they would not be like Scotch eggs. Scotch eggs, at least the kind that I would have at the Highland Games, are actually hard-boiled eggs that are wrapped up in sausage, and then you cook the sausage, and they may or may not have breadcrumbs on the outside of those. No, these are just the white part of a hard-boiled egg. When you're going to make a deviled egg and you cut them in half and take the yolk out, you take that white part of that egg and you dredge it in like some flour and maybe milk or something, and then dredge it in breadcrumbs and fry it.
Fry the egg white.
Yeah.
The boiled egg white.
With the breadcrumbs on it.
And then you just take the regular deviled egg, the yolk part, back in the center.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it really was very good, shockingly. I would have liked it if it was just plain deviled eggs. I couldn't believe how good it was with this extra crispy. But I like Scotch eggs too. They're delicious. And I thought to myself the first time I had one of those, can you imagine what an amazing little breakfast that would be if you were a kid walking to school or taking the school bus, having a Scotch egg just to eat while you're on your way to school? That's cool. That would have been
food
yummy.
On the go.
Yeah, they're tasty. I like them, but different. What makes your dressing so good, Mark? Your turkey dressing.
Ask her. I mean, it's
a simple recipe.
She's the one flavor wise that can tell you more. I can tell you how to make it, but the flavor wise, that's her.
I mean, he's using chicken broth.
Yep.
And celery and onion that he has cooked in butter.
Mm-hmm. And salt and pepper. And then poultry seasoning. I don't think you put anything else in it. He doesn't go crazy.
Not a moss. He's not throwing cranberries in there.
No,
it's not just doing cornbread. None of that stuff.
No, it literally is a very simple. I mean, I boil the onion and celery in chicken broth with salt and pepper and butter. Pour it over top of the breadcrumbs. And
sometimes he has me taste it because he has to add a little extra salt to it, just a little.
Well, no, then it becomes mixing it up and then adding the poultry seasoning, and that's where it's okay, more or less.
Yeah, and we have to be careful because the poultry seasoning
gets very salty.
Can be salty,
especially once it starts to cook down.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just really, really good, and my mom's was never that simple. Hers was always complicated and wasn't nearly as good as yours. Just saying.
Don't.
It's simple.
It's family.
But I do like some of the more unusual ones. I like the stuffings, the dressings that have cranberries and nuts in them. I like cornbread. There's a lot of different kinds, a sage kind. But yours is really good.
Mine's just simple.
It's just a simple dressing.
If my mom can make it, anybody can make it.
As I say, Bruno was asking too, what makes it so special? I just know that stuffing is the first thing to go. And when there are leftovers, if there's any of that left over, I'm shocked. What ends up happening is Like I'll be in the fridge looking for something, and I'll be like, ooh, and I'll take a bite,
And it's good cold.
and it's really good cold. In fact, it's so good you could make leftover Thanksgiving sandwiches with it and not be disappointed. And what do I mean by that? Okay, you can make a sandwich with some of the turkey, some of the dressing, some of the cranberry sauce. If you want to get a little more freaky, you could throw some potatoes on there too, but I prefer not. But
Yeah.
dressing, cranberry sauce, and some
Well,
turkey,
I mean,
and then make a sandwich out of that. Oh my gosh!
my favorite one to do is the open faced hot turkey sandwich.
Oh,
with
hot turkey sandwich.
You know, if there's potatoes left, yeah, throw some of those on there. Dressing, yep, throw some of that
Oh
on there.
yeah, we got russet potatoes too.
And then
ooh,
cover everything with gravy and go. I'm good.
Costco had russet potatoes. We got a bag, so there will be real mashed potatoes, no instant junk, and they're not going to be the white potatoes. They're russets.
Nope, they're russets.
Yum yum yum. This is going to be good stuff. Okay. Thank you. Acción.
Acción.
Okay. Gracias. Okay, tuning in late. Hey, Deb. What I miss? Sounds like you're all staying for Turkey Day. Are you back to your base station? We are, Deb, and we were talking about Bruno's earlier. When we're back in February, and we're doing the YouTubers Mextrajeño meet and greet thing.
Very good.
Thank you. We're going to be going back to Bruno's, and we're making a reservation for a large party of people. So if you want to hit that Bruno's again, it's going to be prime rib night. We just need to know so we know how many to make reservations for. But we got time. That's in February.
Yeah, but I know I'll make my reservation. I'm gonna put the reservation in December.
Yes.
Just so everybody knows, by Christmas, I'm gonna put in the reservation because it fills up quickly.
Yep.
Quickly. Everybody goes, oh, it's Bruno's prime rib night, and they flock that place. So
yeah, it does fill up. People will come in from Guadalajara and stuff for the weekend to have that prime rib. So it happens. Definitely going to shop around for anything we can't get down here. We're taking an extra carry-on the bus. Yeah, because let's be fair, let's be honest, because there are so many foreigners living in Ajijic, particularly from the United States and Canada, there is a demand for those products. If you're willing to pay the price,
Yep.
they are willing to bring them in and sell them to you. And so you are more likely to find some of those things there at Super Lake than any place else.
And the young lady who was ringing us up was laughing.
Oh, she was laughing
at the end because when she hit the total, it was like,
ooh, baby.
When she went 7,000, I went, oh, shit. Whatever you said after that, I heard the 7,000 pesos.
It was close to $400 worth of groceries, guys. It was close to $400.
It was like, oh, God.
And I just looked at her and I said, Gringos Locos.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. The yolk part is basically whipped egg yolk with relish and sprinkled pepper. Yeah, it's egg yolk, and usually it's either mayonnaise or Miracle Whip, relish, and paprika. But you can do all kinds of variations on deviled egg as well.
Well, just think about it. Hudson added Inglaterra salsa.
Yes,
Inglaterra.
he did. Yes, he did. He put some Worcestershire in his. I've seen all kinds of recipes. There was actually a show I watched one time where they were showcasing on Food Network or something, a place out in, I want to say California, that specialized in all kinds of deviled eggs. Like you could go in and they had it was like a bakery case of deviled eggs, but all different flavors and types. And it was pretty impressive. I didn't know you could get so creative with deviled eggs. I do add Italian sausage to
yeah, I mean, and I've had some great cornbread stuffings.
I like cornbread.
It's just this is my family's traditional stuffing, and it's like that's the go-to stuffing when it's time to do a turkey.
Oh
And
yeah.
and
And see, and butter is the key.
oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
The more butter, the merrier. I mean, that makes the whole thing. And you drop a couple sticks of butter in there, and you're like, "Yep, let's go."
Glad I bought all that butter.
Yeah,
And yes, Bruno, we did blow the budget on that trip.
yeah. That's gonna be one of those where when we're doing the wrap up of Ahi we're gonna have to sort of go, okay.
Okay, well, actually, no, because we bought a lot of items that we had no intention on eating in Ahihik. We bought them to bring them back here.
Yeah, well, how
So they weren't really part of Ahihik's
Yeah,
budget.
but are you gonna be able to go through the receipt and?
I still have it in there.
Okay, well then she'll be
Yeah.
able to separate it out.
No, I still have the receipt.
Because
So that's going to be part of the Bavanera budget because most of that stuff came home with us, with the exception of a few cans of soup. You got bacon bean soup. I got Progresso soup.
and then
You know.
yeah, speaking of that, I get there and they have bean with bacon soup, Campbell's. It's like oh. So we're getting ready to go, and I'm like, all right, baby, I'm gonna run down to the Super Lake because I'm gonna go get me some more bean with bacon soup. And is there anything else you want me to get? Which I know is not going to include Progresso soup. And so no, go down there, and I'm not the only person in Ahihi that likes bean with bacon soup. Because when I got there, I went, you know what? I'm just going to buy 4 cans. I'm not going to be Mr. Piggy and buy it all. Should have bought it all. Because when I went back,
they didn't have any.
They didn't have any. And I'm like,
damn
it.
Oh, well. I was trying to think, what did they have that I was going gaga over besides the Progresso soup, which I will never eat again now because it made me sick. What was I going crazy over? They had Zatarains.
Yes, they had Zatarains.
Oh, when we go to the U.S., we buy Zatarains and mule it back with us.
Yeah, they had Zatarains. They had rice-a-roni. They had
I don't know. They had salad dressings that you don't typically find.
Normally in Mexico, you get 4 to 6 feet worth of salad dressings, and that's it. They had an aisle.
Yeah,
I mean, they had an aisle of.
Yeah.
Oh, they had baked beans and pork and beans, which you don't find.
They had Bush's.
They had Bush's. They had Campbell's pork and beans. They had. I mean, they didn't have Van Camp's, but we were like, okay, you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. So
those Bush's baked beans are pretty darn good. So
yeah, and you were telling me I should have bought the bigger ones, and you were right. We're out of them. But we'll be back in Ahihi.
Yes. Hola desde hermosa Ensenada. Hola, David. Thank you for joining us tonight. See, I add horseradish to my deviled eggs. There are so many great.
Oh, I mean, it's there's so many ways you can make that, and all of them sound good.
They're all good.
Adding that little extra bite to it. Yeah.
Let's see. I bet that deviled egg store, if it was a dine-in area, started to stink after about an hour.
No, it wasn't a store.
It was kind of like almost like a bakery. Only it wasn't a bakery. They specialized in deviled eggs.
Oh, that one. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's similar to, when I was a kid and you went to the local store and they had the big jars and you had, the pickled eggs and you had the sour pickles and you had the dill pickles.
Well, Bruno, how very astute. Yeah, they're going to show up in Bavanera. Now I'll put the Progresso soup on the Ahihi budget because I did eat it in Ahihi. But most of that stuff came back here with us. We bought it with the intention of bringing it back to Querétaro because we can't get it anywhere else.
Yeah, so, and we did not buy any Miracle Whip, but when we go back in February, we probably will because we will be just about out. Well, I'm going back now. Now that I'm going to be going back to the States every 6 months, we will not run out of Miracle Whip.
No, we will not.
Not going to happen.
Was that good?
Not really.
God. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. So most of that is now stocked up. We've got.
Oh my God.
We've got cans.
Thank God we got a
stocked.
pantry.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, you making it?
Yep.
All right. And what other news? What other news do we have? I was working today on a video for San Luis Potosi on Parque Tangamanga. Although to be fair, it's more um, about the museum that we went to, with a little bit of the park. There's a lot about that park that we didn't even find. And we never found the Japanese garden. We drove past the aviation area. We drove past the kids park, the water park, stuff like that. We went to the museum and then we basically went up to the lake. But there's enough stuff there.
Oh my God, that park is massive.
That park is bigger than Central Park.
We drove by the Japanese garden and we kept looking, going, where is it?
Well, it's
Where
very
is it?
hard
Where
to
is
get
it?
disoriented. It's hard to
Oh.
get disoriented because the park is so large. You're not exactly sure which of the two main entrances you came in on. By the time we found the museum, we knew we were in the very bottom southeast corner, and the lake was in the northwest corner. And
So we traversed basically the whole park.
Yeah.
The way we could, but I mean, there's a lot to that park.
I really wish that I could have seen the Japanese garden because the garden is, I don't know if the word dedicated is the exact word. They had the Japanese embassy representative on site. And I didn't know this, but San Luis Potosi has a sister city in Japan. So they've got a connection there. And it looks really pretty from the videos I've seen other people do. But then I was like, yeah, it's okay. Most of our video was actually about going to that museum. And I'm trying
phenomenal museum, by the way.
It's really cool, hands-on, kind of like a discovery place type thing.
It would be a place that if we had our granddaughter down here, that she would just, even though the language would be foreign, what you see would be just like, whoa.
But this video is going to come with a warning, a trigger warning, because a large part of the museum was an exhibition that was coming through. And I don't know if you recall seeing the exhibition called Bodies, where they basically had people who donated their bodies to science, and they literally dissected them and put them on display, and it toured all over the world.
And it wasn't just human. It was a lot of...
Well, that one, Bodies, was human.
Yeah, but there was also a lot of, animal part.
Not in Bodies.
No, but I'm talking about in the museum.
Yes, but I'm talking about Bodies.
I know, I get that.
So Bodies was all these... it was all these dissected human beings, and you got to see nervous systems, circulatory systems, muscular systems, skeletal systems in an educational way. Well, this museum that we went to had a similar exhibition, only this time it was animals. And it was mammals, reptiles, cartilage type aquatic creatures.
Fish.
Yeah, I mean,
they covered the whole gamut. I mean, it was just sort of like, whoa. I mean, they had the crocodiles. They had, snakes. They had
giant squid.
Yeah.
Ostrich, horses, goats, sheep,
bulls.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot. And the thing is it was fascinating if you look at it from that perspective, of scientific and educational perspective. But it's probably going to trigger some people because it is dissected animals.
It's
what it is.
It is graphic. I mean, because that's the only way you can show it. But when you start to see what's going on, you start going, wow, and you start to see like when they did the nerves, where the nerves go out. I think that was either of a goat or a cow.
Oh, there was there was a few.
You started going, wow. I had no clue,
The circulatory
where they had the nerve endings, and then the parts where you go, wow, you'd think there'd be a lot more nerves there, like the top of their head, where they really didn't have, because it sort of went down around the sides, and it was like, wow, okay.
The one that really was interesting to me and mind-blowing in the complexity of it was the circulatory system of a horse. And the horse's head literally just looks like it just had its skin pulled off, and that's it. All the details, all the bumps, everything that makes a horse a horse. But it was just,
of course.
It was,
I'm sorry, you just had to do that.
But it was the capillaries. It was all the capillaries. And what they were trying to show you is how many capillaries there were. It was incredible, And
that whole thing, that afternoon was one of those. Yeah, I think there's 13 or 14 different solace.
There was a lot. And we also went to the observatory.
Yes.
Our tickets to get into this particular museum was 2 or 3 different tickets. One was especially for the observatory.
Yep.
One was for a movie
on the pandas,
and the other was for the rest of the museum, including the exhibition. And they actually took us up and opened up their observatory, which of course would be a whole lot more fascinating at night when you can see planets and stuff, because we would have seen some really good planets.
But the fact that we could look at the sun.
We looked at the sunspots on the sun
through a telescope.
Yeah.
In the middle of the day, and you're just going, you can't look at that, but they had enough neutral density on there that we were able actually to sit there and watch the sun's flares go up, and just like,
it was pretty wild.
Whoa.
It was pretty cool. But it was also an expensive day at the museum. When you're in Mexico and you go to museums, you typically expect you're going to spend maybe about $5 a person at the most. Frequently, we go into these museums and they charge 40 or 50 pesos, and that's it.
And then maybe an additional 20 to 50 pesos for us to do video.
Right. This particular one cost us, I want to say, the equivalent of about $25 each.
I think so, for all 3.
For all the things that we did.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still really cool. It was cool. And also it included a 3D movie, which of course was in Spanish, but it was about pandas in China. So it was cool.
It was. No, that was very interesting to see what they were trying to do there. So
I'm just trying to figure out how to put it together and not freak people out and gross them out, because the animal part was pretty graphic.
It's going to be what it's going to be.
I know.
I mean,
I'll have to have trigger warnings. The crickets. Oh wait, the crickets seem to have stopped.
No, they're still here.
They're here. They're not
quieter.
They're not as loud, or maybe there's not as many of them.
Or they moved.
They don't like us. They don't like us anymore. Maybe another SLP trip is in your future. It's always possible. We like it there. And Churro Man's there.
Duh.
And Kabuki's there.
Kabuki's there and Churros are there. And they're within a block and a half of each other. Hello.
Yeah, and there's still some museums that we didn't get to see. We got quite a bit in. That one day we got 2? 3? 3.
We did the masks. We did the
ex-convent.
Yep. Well, no, that was a separate day. We went there on a separate. That's the day we went to Nacional Restaurante.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, the convent, not the prison. Okay, yeah.
Masks, ex-convent, and something else that day.
Yeah, we did 3.
I can't even remember. And then of course, yes, that prison one we did on its own.
Yep.
That you could spend a whole day in that place. And I say that because first of all, it's I cannot think of her name right now. But anyway, there's a famous artist. It'll come to me after the video.
Lancaster or something.
Oh, I can't think of it right now. Anyway, there's this surreal artist, sculptor. There's a museum dedicated to her, and it's held inside this former prison. Only a small portion of this former prison. The bulk of this former prison has been split up into, it's like spokes on a wheel. It's so
It's
much
huge.
It's huge. And inside each of those spokes is something else. There
Yep.
could sometimes it's a room for the development and encouragement of various forms of art, whether it's dance, music, whatever. But then
Cinema.
there was there was an art exhibition that was on, and we like flew through it because we had been there for hours and we were getting hungry, and we could have just, and there's outside gardens. It's huge.
Yeah, it's one of those you just start going, wow.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But then we went to that restaurant, Nacional 147.
Nacional.
That was pretty good too.
That was
good. That was the one where you had the
Long Island iced tea.
super extra toxic Long Island iced tea.
Woo! Glad I wasn't driving.
Oh my goodness, that was so.
That
funny.
was like, wow.
That was good food though.
No, it was very good.
I had beefsteak with plantain. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Did you get to Chapala while you're in Ajijic? Like that house, now restaurant across from the Malecon. That was the house of the guy who started Braniff Airlines. Oh,
Braniff was famous for having different colored planes. They had purple planes, blue planes, orange planes, yellow planes.
We met somebody who was a stewardess for them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. And yeah, it was really interesting. We got to Chapala twice, and first of all, I have to say we got there on a night that they were doing a celebration, and they had an all-female mariachi band.
It's their annual mariachi festival.
Oh,
and it ran for days.
MG.
Yeah, they were good.
I mean, these women sang like angels, played their instruments on spot on. It was just like, huh? And but Chapala and Ajijic, 10 miles apart, 2 worlds apart.
Is it 10 miles or 5 miles?
Whatever it is. I mean,
like
it's just
10 kilometers.
It's you're just like, oh my God. I mean, one is Mexican and one is not.
Yeah.
I mean,
we actually liked Chapala more. Just saying. But we'll get to that. Do you use normal toast for your dressing? White bread.
White bread.
He actually sits and just shreds it up into little pieces. Little pieces of bread.
Yeah, I do all of that before it's, because you got to let it get a little bit stale because you want to give it a little bit of a texture and everything. But, I used to try and do it because I was an idiot and didn't ask my mom first. I'd put all the bread out and let it get stale. Then I'd sit and try and tear it all apart, and it was hard. And son, you tear it apart when it's soft. Duh.
Yeah. But he's been working on it. He's got a pan and a bowl of shredded up pieces of bread right now.
I still got about another loaf to go. Loaf and a half, maybe.
I'm gonna have to start baking tomorrow. Because I got stuff to make. Speaking of artists, Calder painted many of the Braniff jets in very early 60s style.
Yeah, I mean they were very retro. And that was back in the days when you still had was it Texas Air and Braniff? I mean, and you had, Tommy, you're up there. You had Allegheny Airlines, and you had Piedmont, and then Piedmont and Allegheny. No, Allegheny merged with U.S. Air, And then there was a talk of US Air merging with Piedmont, or is Piedmont going to take over US Air? And it went the wrong way. They screwed up a good airline in Allegheny, and then they screwed up a good airline in Piedmont. And it was like, and then US Air now is part of American. So,
That's right.
Yeah, US Air that's when Pittsburgh was a hub,
Yes.
because it was Allegheny and US Air.
And US Air was the one I used to fly the most. Yep. I remember when that merger happened, because I had all my loyalty points with US Air, and I had to open up a new account with American.
Yep. And Piedmont was a great airline. And then you had Mohawk. Mohawk was also in there.
Mohawk. I love to see more women in mariachi bands. Nothing against the men.
Oh my God, they were
like
phenomenal. I mean, there must have been 18 to 20 women on that stage.
There were at least 3 or 4 on the violin. There were 3 on brass, so trumpets and whatever particular ones they were playing. There was the small guitar, the big bass guitar,
the harp,
a harp, and then some of them were just singers.
I think there was like 18 or 20 on that stage. I mean, it was full.
Yeah.
Of these women, and every stinking one of them could sing, because they would rotate who would come out and do
the harmonies.
Harmonies were
perfect.
They'd all put their instruments down and they'd all start singing, and you just be like, "Oh my God, this is angels singing."
How my NyQuil just kicked in. Aww. I picked up a head cold going through the airport's got to go. Well, thank you, Papa. We're getting close to having to end off here too. So.
Yeah, because it's about puck drop time.
Fly Jefferson airplane. You'll know it'll be on time. On time to where?
Yeah.
Go ask Alice.
When you're 10 feet tall.
Yeah. I think we're going to go ahead and call it a night. It's almost 9. It's been almost 3 hours. And of course, the puck is dropping for sure.
I got to go change jerseys.
I got to go change. Oh, I should put my jersey on too. I have a Svechnikov jersey. I call him.
And he's on a heater.
I call him Stretchenkov. Why is he on a heater?
Because he's been scoring goals here lately. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. I love that blue light behind us. That worked well.
Yeah, if only the purple would show up.
I think it is, because I don't know.
Whatever.
Oh, nope. That is the purple. The blue one's out. It ran out.
Oh.
All right, guys. We are calling it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We will be back in
2 semanas.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. Do yourselves a favor and get an album CD of Canciones de mi Padre. Oh, yeah. Linda Ronstadt. Yeah, she did a few beautiful Spanish ones for sure.
No, not Spanish, Mexican.
Well,
yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But, all right, guys. Good night. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again in a couple of weeks. And if I can get it wrapped up by the end of the week, I'm hoping to have out our Tangamanga and museum video.
Yeah, with all the cooking and everything else.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, so it might not happen. I'm trying. So good night. It was really nice to hang out with you tonight.
As always, we enjoy all the time we get to spend with all y'all.
Ciao.